Yeah, the Discord audio is not coming up. Let's see, let's see. I could. We can try that. Let me try one more thing. That is so funny considering how I tested it. It worked, and then it really is. Let me raise you guys. Yeah, that's definitely OBS. The song's such a bop. Alright, so how did I get Discord working last time? It's nice. It's nice. This might be a just use desktop audio thing. Let's try that. Okay.
Somebody watch the stream and check if it worked.
I'm on the stream and it says live, but I'm not seeing anything, so...
I'm seeing it.
I can see it.
And I don't know why it hates me. Okay, now I see it. Okay.
Hello. So I see someone talking. Hey, can you tell us, can you guys talk in the Discord? Can you hear the people
Yes.
chatting?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Could you guys hear them talking? OBS is always a blow up.
OBS is a hater.
Okay, someone's saying yes.
Okay.
Do they sound okay relative to the game? Yeah, it's just people who are talking on Discord. It's all of us. You can hear them, and they sound okay relative to the game. Can you guys talk again?
Yes.
Hi,
I can talk again.
Hello.
Slightly quieter than the game. Okay, let me play with that then. Okay, how about now? Can Discord
Now what?
peeps talk? Talk about like
Yeah.
your favorite type of cat.
Oh my god,
cats.
all of the cats.
All cats.
Every cat. Every cat.
Are you kidding me, Mel?
How do they sound relative to the game now?
Also, bear in mind that the opening might be a little bit louder than the actual in-game audio, because that's always my experience.
That's true, that's true. It is Star Wars Day.
It is Star Wars Day, and it's Free Comic Book Day.
It is.
Oh,
My
nice.
friends have already gotten some.
Nice. Okay, people are saying it sounds good. I'll give a couple minutes before we actually start.
Okay, it is the PSP version. That is the version we are playing. That is the version that we are currently operating on.
Yeah.
We will talk more about things relating to the PS2 version in a bit.
Happy
We know
birthday,
people
Rune's
have
dad.
Happy birthday, Rune's dad. I'll give everybody a chance to get in here. We'll do some introductions. Everybody knows who's who.
Who wants to go first?
I mean, you should go first. You're the one hosting the stream.
Oh, okay. Hi, I'm Mel. I edit things. I've never played this game before, so I'm gonna be bad. Bear with me. But it's really cool to see it all in English now from the work that we did. I lost my phone, and that's my introduction. I don't know where I put it.
Alright. I'm Allie, also known as Stray Lies. I am one of the project co-leads and the lead localization editor for this, so I I have touched every piece of text in this game extensively. I've also played this game like 20 times, so I'm intimately familiar with it.
Oh, you guys are too low. Let me raise you more. Thank you for letting us know. I had set all of this up a couple days ago and it was working fine. And OBS is being rude now. So let's try this. Okay, I adjusted again. You can continue, Allie.
I mean, I don't really have much else to say aside from that when it comes to introducing myself. So, next up.
Hey, I'm Jenna. I go by Jenna too, a lot. I am one of the co-founders for Lumina Tales, and I was the main translator. And I touched all the things, except for I did a little bit of the quiz book, but that was mostly Polka, and I'm glad it was. But I helped with a little bit of the research there. But yeah, I did all of the other text. Yep.
Hey. Hi, I'm Polka. I'm suffering quiz book hell eternally.
You are our quiz book champion.
Yeah. I think we would have died without you.
Are they still very quiet? Why is OBS like this?
Because OBS is a hater.
It was literally fine a couple days ago. I'm gonna play with some stuff. They're still quiet? Okay, thank you. Let me mess with that. How funny. How did I... What happens if I do this? Okay, not that. Bear with me, I'm sorry. Good lord.
Did like Discord actually show up on the thing before, and now it's just not?
Yeah,
That sounds about right. That honestly sounds about right.
yeah, like it was fine before. Ooh, wait. Hold on. Perhaps. No, Discord's still not. What? Let's see.
I see you.
Okay, oh, I think it worked now. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, I think it should be working now. Can you guys talk?
Did you do it?
Yeah.
Is it working?
Testing.
Testing.
Hello.
Did it just mute the game? Hello? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
No way. Is the game muted now?
Sorry for our technical difficulties, everyone. This is just...
What?
We know how to stream, and we know how to use OBS. OBS just hates us.
OBS doesn't know how to use OBS. That's
Oh wait,
the problem.
hold on. If I do this, if I do that, there we go. Okay. All right.
Is it good?
Are we
How
good?
how do they sound now?
Testing.
OBS is the biggest hater. Me. It's like if OBS has 0 enemies, I am dead.
Low? Okay. Which one's low? The people talking? I can raise that. Okay. Allie, can you talk again?
I can in fact talk again. I might have to adjust my output settings. I don't know. Let me check mine.
I just changed you to 200% on my Discord.
Ooh, that's...
You are all
I know,
at
I might have-
200.
I might have my settings a little bit lower for when I'm streaming on my own.
I kind of wish someone else would answer because I don't know if he's screwing with us or not.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
think-
gonna check my outputs.
I think because I just like
Am I output volume is like 200, so
Hold on, because I did just like mute myself and it sounded okay just now. Let me mute myself again and listen to the stream.
Yeah, no worries. We're trying to fix the audio issues, so thank you.
Yeah. It's early in the morning for most of us. We're a little loopy right now.
I'm just tilted because I made this work a couple days ago. And
Allie sounds fine.
Yeah?
Yeah. And if
Okay.
Allie sounds fine, then I assume all of us do, maybe?
I don't know.
Nilla, I know you're in here. How do things sound? If Nilla's
Testing,
still in here.
testing.
Endless testing.
Yeah, okay, I think it sounds fine.
Yeah, my mic is at 200%. Like, I can't make it
This-
any louder than
I
this.
checked the stream and it sounds fine to me.
Yeah.
You guys can mute and check the stream too, but
Okay,
Yeah,
Nilla
I-
said it's good.
okay.
Okay.
How's that?
Okay. Cool. Alright.
Okay.
Things
All
work
right,
now.
are we actually ready to start?
I believe we are. Let's do this, Mal.
I'm trying to like
Sorry
mod
once
Nilla
again,
while I'm in
everyone.
here.
We're doing our best.
It's fine. It only took like 10 minutes.
Alright, so before you actually start, we should run through the options menu.
Yes.
It is sad seeing her name on there.
Yeah.
uh,
Okay, let's move this back over here.
so sad.
Okay.
Are you good, Mal?
Alright, options.
Let's run into this options menu.
Now there is
I know I
a
wanna
pointy
change
pointer
this.
in the middle of the screen.
So
Move your mouse, Mal.
Oh, there is? Oops, there you go.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, we do have a toggle for the two fonts. So
We have, yeah, and if you go into interface, yeah, let's go back into that interface so that we can, you can put your font back on. Just, you can, so that we can like turn on some of these, other options.
most of them
Just
are
down on, just down on your D-pad. There you go. Well, for us, all of the battle subtitles are going to show because this is a beta version, so we're using it to test to make sure everything's working.
Should I turn this
but
one on as well?
it doesn't matter. It's just gonna show in a faded font because we can't turn it completely off for beta.
Okay.
In the final version, all these toggles will be completely on or off as necessary. But if you, yeah, like, I always keep like the story and like the banter ones on. I personally have set the art and other to off, but like I said, with the beta, you'll still be able to see it.
We can leave them
Everything
on
else
for
should,
now.
yeah, everything else in here you should be all right on. You
Okay.
can also like change your menu color. But that's because I'm a hater and I just hate the default menu color, so I always change it.
That is fair. Where is the
It is
menu?
very
Yeah.
yucky.
If you go back into it's the window color. Window color, go down, yeah.
Okay. Oh, big
Mhm.
difference.
I also do this.
Let's do that.
Every time I
I like this much better.
Make it.
Mm.
Oh wait, purple actually really fits the game though, but pink.
I know you like
Yeah.
pink. I'm gonna go with this.
Yeah, I just really don't
Oopsie.
like textured windows. It makes it hard for me to read.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only other thing I would change for the purpose of this is I would change the viewpoint positioning, which I think we're gonna change the name of at some point. I would change that from default to long
Okay.
because the PSP camera controls for the world map are a little wonky weird, so so it's easier to see where you're going.
Alright.
Then everything else is just whatever whatever you prefer.
I'm good with this.
Wait, party display. Make it portrait. I like portrait.
Party display. There we go. Okay, okay. I guess a
I
note
always
for
like
this
seeing the
as
little
well.
faces.
When we have the skits, we've mentioned it in our recent blog post, but we actually don't have the updated portraits in the game just yet. So just a heads up that they will be crunchy. But yeah.
Yeah, they are a little crunchy, but
I
the
love the con-
the HD skip portraits were always a side project, emulator only situation, so it's not a priority when we have other things to finish and fix.
Mhm. All right. Are we ready to
um,
dive in?
if you are ready, you're the one human through here.
Yeah. Again, I've
I'm
never played
excited.
this game, so just as a heads up, I'll
This is
probably.
gonna be a this is gonna be a great test to see if our battle memos are working properly.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I seem to have a trend of working on games I've never played before, so.
Uh,
Alright, let's start a new game.
um, bonus track is that the one from the main menu? Because that was just like a trailer for one of
It's Radiant
the side
Mythology, right?
games. It's one of I think it's one of the Radiant Mythology games. Yeah, it's just they call it a bonus track, and we didn't change that on there. It's just a trailer for Radiant Mythology, which is a choice. And obviously, with some of these visuals, some of these are going to change based on your settings. I don't know what Mel's actual emulator settings are, but there are plenty of things you can do to like crisp up some of these images too.
I did the stuff you told me to.
I, I, yeah, I don't remember. It looks a little blurry, but it might just be Twitch. I'm not sure.
I'm wondering if it's also stream, like the stream itself. I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Because it's pretty crisp on mine. Yeah, I think the stream's a little blurrier.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
でもさ、毎日毎日ごっこ遊びばっかじゃつまんないよな。かい、
Oops.
そうだ。今日は本物の冒険に行ってみようぜ。それいい。あたし賛成。でも町の外にはモンスターがいるんだぞ。僕たちだけじゃ危ないよ。大丈夫。モンスターが出たら逃げりゃいいんだいさ。それにいざとなったらカイルが守ってくれるってな。そうだろ。
ああ、未来の大英雄カイル・デュナミスに任せとけ。よし、これから街を出て冒険だ。みんな俺から離れるんじゃないぞ。いいな。
怖いよカイル。
大丈夫だ。俺はどうなってもお前たちだけは絶対に守って。
It's the man. It's the legend.
Oh
The
boy.
man, the legend, Loney Dunamis.
Which part of the stream is quiet? Someone's saying it's very quiet.
ただいま参上ってな。
All of it?
Can you check your own volume?
Because I know some other people were saying it's good now. The game? Okay, I can raise the game. I can raise the game a little at least.
Yeah, like I said, being on the main menu, it's definitely louder than the actual in-game.
Okay.
ロニ
ロニ兄ちゃんだ。
Oh, okay. Here. Yeah, definitely let us know if there's any audio issues you notice. Again, I tested this a couple days ago and it was fine, but OBS is
話は後だ
not
こ
nice.
いつらなんとかするぞ
It's a hater.
Yeah.
あよし行くぜ
Alright, how do I play this game?
Oh no, Mel.
Press circle. Press circle.
Circle?
Right now, just press circle. You don't have any arts. Just press circle.
Nothing matters yet.
Okay, okay. I found guard.
A circle until your SP goes below 50 and you lose grade.
Okay, okay.
Or
Yeah,
you open the menu at all and then you lose grade.
Oh god.
The real first boss is OBS. True.
Warning everyone here. Destiny 2 is one of the hardest, if not the hardest, Tales games. So good luck. I believe in all of you. You're going to have such feelings every time a certain blue-haired character is on screen.
Hey
Every single
Zylo!
time you see
We're gonna bully you. Lovingly. Oh, we got someone else saying the game sound is pretty low, so I don't know if you
I've
want
raised the
any more
game sound a little
adjustments.
bit.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I don't know if Mel would ever play this on Chaos.
I probably
Negative
wouldn't.
grade.
I
don't
probably
even
Negative grade in
wanna do
tutorial
that.
is just a D2 experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Grade is like so hard to come by in this game.
ごめんね
It is the PSP version.
迷惑ばっかりかけちゃって迷惑水臭いぜカエル
Allie, when we were playing together, every time he was on screen, I was like, please God, don't make us fight him. I can't do it again.
We had some experiences when we co-opted
I
this
was so
game.
scared every time. I can't.
Yeah, for context for everybody watching, the first time Jenna ever played this game, she did couch co-op with me. That was her introduction to both Destiny games, so it was an experience.
It was so much, but it was also so much better having you to do all of the micromanaging so I could just sit there and chill out.
Me crying through the enchantments menu.
子供扱いすんなよ
Barbados always feels like ruining everyone's day. It's what he does best.
じゃあ行くか
I don't like him.
There are a number of difficulty options, but they do need to be unlocked. You have to get, I think, 600 grade or something like that to even unlock easy mode. Like, the game actively hates you sometimes.
It's
Just-
working against you.
Yeah. Yeah, Xylo. Jenna did main Riala, so
Of
there was
course.
that.
So,
And then
Okay.
Allie mained Harold after we got Harold, and then it was just okay, cool. So we're both playing casters.
so
easy
this game.
easy mode you get from talking to an NPC.
Oh yeah, no, it's an NPC. Grade was something else. There was
So-
something.
That's the unlock hard mode.
Okay, that's hard mode. Okay.
So yeah, fun fact, I played this game years ago, and I only first learned a couple months ago that there is an easy mode in this game because you don't get it by default.
No, until you saw me having it on easy for testing, and you're like, wait, it exists.
I thought it was
Uh,
hacked in.
I don't think that the PSP version. I don't remember if it has any difficulty balances. There are other balancing changes with, I think,
The
like
titles.
titles and the grade shop costs, but I don't think the actual battle has very much in the way of difficulty or balance adjustments.
Yeah, because I played a bit of the PS2 version before, and I don't really remember it being significantly harder or easier.
It was about the same. The worst part about doing the PS2 version is the grade shop is like double the price on some things, so
Brutal.
you cannot afford anything on a new game plus.
Unless you spend 50 hours grinding.
Ugh. It's miserable.
And that's only assuming you get positive grade the whole time.
Which does not happen.
So the game doesn't originally have skit indicators, right? We added that.
No, it does not.
Yeah, we added
Yeah.
it in.
Yeah. So
The
We
this,
also
weirdest
added
mistake
in
they could've
we
made.
also added in the skit names at the top of the screen when you're playing a skit.
Oh yes, I see that.
And-
Does that have a toggle? Because I've seen some of you guys post screenshots where it didn't have it, unless it was just ripped
that
out
was
of the screenshot.
that was before it was implemented, because at first it wasn't that. I think last I think it was Lost Templar added it because we were having a hard time tracking down which skits were what when we were coming across issues in testing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
And I guess also
Yeah.
for those who don't know, these skits originally scrolled. Like think about the bottom of like when you're watching the news on TV. The text would literally scroll. So we did manually subtitle everything. There's a ton of skits right now. Jesus.
There's
Yeah, skit
always-
indicators
yeah.
didn't exist until Symphonia, so everything before that did not have it.
Oi.
Yeah. And yeah, there's a lot of skits right off the bat because this game has 608 skits, which I think is second only to Rebirth's 900 and some odd
Yeah.
skits.
This game's very pretty. And the fact that it actually has like the noises of this water wheel, like since we came up to it, is really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hope everybody enjoys the quality of life changes for sure. We've done our best to try to make the spaghetti code of this game a little bit better.
Truly is spaghetti.
Yeah.
It is such spaghetti. We have dealt with many issues along the way.
Yes. Templar is our wizard who you can thank for all the quality of life changes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, there are navigational skits. There are like over 100 navigational skits.
Yeah. Those were my favorite to translate because they were just like one line of saying go here.
What I do appreciate is they stay. Like, we still have that skit on the bottom left for it. So I do like that it's accessible. So, like, let's say you stop playing the game for a bit and you already looked at that skit. Like, you can come back to it and that skit seems to still be there. So I appreciate that. Sure. Teach me how to play this game.
Yeah, you should definitely talk to these guys when you see them because they will give you a lot of tutorial stuff.
You can talk to them, but whether that makes you better at playing is a different matter entirely.
As of the initial release, we are only releasing the PSP version at first, and part of that is because the PS2 version has a lot of coding differences, and just getting the PSP version to work was always the #1 priority. So while we do still want to release the PS2 version, our poor programmer does need a little bit of rest time after years of trying to make this game work as intended. Because even going through testing, we have come across quite a few interesting situations.
Mhm.
But yeah, the PSP version all around, it doesn't really have. It has a little bit of, I think, extras in the. I think in the post game. Well, the end game. It's not really a post game. But the balancing with the titles, the grade shop, like pretty much everything is improved in the PSP version. There's really not that much, like, the story-wise is really not that much difference, and gameplay-wise there's not that much difference, but your grade output, because the grade shop is so much more expensive, is really kind of a miserable situation in the PS2 version, but we still want to make it accessible. It's just we don't have a specific time frame on it because this game has given us more trouble than we ever anticipated.
Can you go up here?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
How?
Yeah, so I think D2 is actually one of the few games that
Oh.
doesn't have a proper synopsis, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Steal the item, Mel. Steal it. Steal the item, Mel. Steal
Open
it
that
right
chest.
in the nose.
Get it, get it,
He's
get
mine.
it.
Oh. Oh. I'm sorry.
Run, run, Mel.
I'm doing my best to run. I am running at Mach speed.
Yeah, for sure. Making 2 different versions work is a huge task, and you know, like we were in testing. We had started our beta testing when we found text buried in the game that hadn't been translated, hadn't even been found, because things are so buried in the spaghetti code of this game. So there are definitely some hurdles to deal with when it comes to this game and programming.
But luckily, we have a wizard on our side.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's put a lot of work into it.
He is our wizard, and we absolutely adore all the work he's done for us.
Both of our LTs are the goat.
True. We have 2, and they are both amazing.
I always think about that when I'm trying to type his name, make it quick. I'm like, I can't put LT.
We will attract the wrong people. Did you
Yeah.
talk to the chef man? Talk to the chef man.
Alright. Yes, teach me hamburgers.
Oh hey, yeah, that reads a lot better after I fixed the issues with it.
I was gonna say that was what you fixed with ingredient or recipes and stuff?
Yeah, there was a bunch of stuff I had to change because they were very inconsistent since it uses one dialogue for all recipes, so our dupe texting was making it kind of messy.
Gotcha.
Xylo's very first issue.
At the moment, we do not.
Yeah, I'm personally hoping sometime in summer. I'm on my 2nd playthrough of the game. I am fine combing every last bit of text in this game to fix every single issue I can possibly find. So it's taken a while, but and we also want to make sure everything is working, nothing's crashing. We have to thoroughly test the quiz book in every respect possible.
Well, we'll show you guys that later.
Yeah, we're gonna do a sneak preview of it later.
I'm poking at it, getting there slowly.
Yeah, Xylo, please report your issues so I can fix them. I'm gonna be working on some stuff later today, since I finally have some time this week. Unfortunately, we all have jobs, and it makes it very difficult to do what we want at all times.
Is there supposed to be like a apostrophe before this, or was it meant to be okay? Is the apostrophe not showing?
It's the apostrophe's not showing, which I will just go fix right now.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so for the record, we might see things on stream again.
That one's a spreadsheet mistake.
Yeah, that's a spreadsheet issue. So let me go fix it. I thought I caught all of them, but I guess I missed that one. Unless I fix it and it's just not in this beta mode. Oh, you're gonna,
yeah,
are you
I'll
gonna
save a
for
VOD.
this? Okay.
Yeah, I know
Save that.
my Twitch automatically does it and then has it for a couple weeks, but I'm gonna save it so it's actually saved, so people can come
if you want to save it and then like give it to me, I can load it into the YouTube channel.
Oh, okay, awesome. We'll do that. Yeah, it's definitely as we can.
Unfortunately, not. If I could spend all my day gaming, I definitely would.
Yeah. There was a point where I was working 2 jobs at once. So I was working, 60 hours a week while working on this.
I did that
You're
for a
insane.
bit. I did it for a bit until it was down to 1, but that's fine. I guess funny thing about Destiny 2 is when I was doing the bulk of the work on this, like during the time that I did most of my work, I actually took off some days of work to work on this sometimes. Like if there was like a big backlog of stuff for me to proofread, I actually would take a day off of my job to just work on it. I'd usually do it like on a day at a doctor appointment, so that way I could take like a sick day and be be like, oh yeah, I have so many doctor appointments besides the one, and then I just worked on this.
I never knew you did that.
I did, yeah. So
But
if
everyone on the team knows that when I did this, I was working at my last job, which I didn't have a lot of work to do at that job. So I did most of it while I was like on the clock at my job. Now my job is much busier, so
I wish
like,
I could work on it on the job, but unfortunately, retail.
yeah.
yeah, I can't really work on it when I'm on the clock, even when I'm working from home now, because I'm just too busy.
I can talk to them. Oops.
How close were you able to keep it to the original Japanese? I mean, we didn't like make any I don't think any real egregious changes or anything. We just more or less adjusted it so it would sound natural and read comfortably, but we didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
as far,
only
as
thing
far
just
as I'm aware, we
ran-
didn't do much creative liberty per se on it.
There was the only creative liberty we took was for a couple questions in the quiz book that were asking things that were not in any of the localized Tales games.
Yeah, the literally impossible question.
we had to change the question to something similar that was about the same game, of course, and just something that was in the localized version of that game.
Okay, but like,
Yeah, there was a
hold
whole.
on, hold on. I can open and close this over and over. For one, I found an
Yeah,
apple
you
gel
can-
under here, but for two, I can really just sit here with the toilet. Okay,
Huh?
thanks. I'm normal.
Part is
Probably something only Templar can answer for the
yeah.
programming.
We're none of the programmers are on the voice chat right now. I don't know. Is he available? I don't know if he's available. He said he wasn't necessarily going to be online.
I know he said he was busy. I know he said he might pop in at some point into the chat, but he did have stuff to do today.
Oh, the removed questions. There is a whole set of questions for Eternia that related to a set of mini games that was only on a PS1 peripheral released in Japan. So it was completely dummied out of the English version. There is absolutely no anything for it. So we made those questions more about the mini games that were available in the English version of the game so that you could actually at least look up the answers. And try to find them. Like we didn't want to make it so impossible, especially because there are sets of questions that are related to games that are not available in English that we couldn't really change because we couldn't really change anything about Narikiri Dungeon or like anything like that.
Yeah, we kept everything that we could. That was the only kind of thing that we had to change.
Yeah, and like there might be
Yeah.
a couple lines of dialogue here and there that were like adjusted to work with the consistency of the rest of the game because there are a couple of lines that are like that doesn't really make sense.
Yeah.
But like
I do.
There is so much detail, like with the dripping here.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then the
you
fire
can-
here.
and you
so
can
much.
interact. You can interact with so much stuff on the different. Like you can interact with like,
I
the
was
stoves
seeing if
and
I
all
could
that.
interact with the water.
Just
This game's gorgeous.
press circle everywhere you go.
Okay. Alright. Y'all are gonna hear so
You'll
much
find
tapping
so
on my keyboard. Oh!
much.
Wait, did that just move because of me?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This is gorgeous.
And yeah, it wasn't just the skits that got needed. Like the old games are. They really cut out a lot of stuff back then.
Yeah, so a fun thing about Tales of Eternia as well is there's a quiz book in Tales of Eternia that's for Fantasia and Destiny, but in the English version they changed it to a general Namco quiz.
Oh,
It's about
if you check that cabinet where the gel was, there's another item in there.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
And there's also a cage at the end. You can go name the hamster.
Wait. The same one? Oh.
Yeah, it's like the top shelf.
Oh, I
Yeah, it's
see.
like it's a little finicky. Yeah.
I see.
Name the
Dialogue,
hamster.
do you know how many
Where's
times
the
I've
hamster?
played
Was there a
this game?
hamster I didn't see?
Yeah,
yeah, it's right there in the corner.
right in the hallway.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was
so-
like, where
I
is there a
forgot about the
hamster
screen
in
delay.
there? Oh, that's a
Yeah,
hamster?
he's over in the corner. Yes.
There
Why
he
is it in a
is.
bird cage?
Don't worry about
Why
it.
not?
Yes, Xylo, I have played it too many times.
All right, what should we name this hamster?
I don't
Xylo.
know. Xylo, yes, name it Xylo. I know it looks like a bird. It seems like it should be a bird. The text says it's a hamster. Because I also thought it was a bird,
wait,
and it
hold
was
on.
not.
Wah,
You can just press the X button and then go up for confirm.
there we No!
Xylota?
I was trying to do
What?
Xylotaro!
Xylotaro! It's not long enough!
I'm gonna make it Xylotar.
I hope someone reports it as a mistake, but it's really not. It really does say hamster. It's very
Yeah.
silly.
Wait, how do I go? What? How
Press
do I...
the X button and then press up.
Ah! Okay, Xylotar.
Or maybe you have to press the price. Yeah,
Got
there
it.
you go.
We got it, Xylotar. Why is it in a bird cage?
It's also like
It's pink. It looks like a wormpole. Because there's like
It is
something.
a wormhole.
Are you sure? Like, it looks like a bird. That might be like a beak. Why is it a hamster?
I don't know why it's a hamster. I don't know.
I can kind of see why it's a hamster, but
Really?
because it's pink, it looks more like a naked mole
No.
rat.
Wait, no. Please tell me why you think it's a like why it looks like a hamster. I know in Japanese it's a hamster, but please tell me the hamster features you see here, because I just see a bird or a wormpole.
Oh,
I don't see
wait.
a bird because there's no wings.
Oh, wait,
And
we
it's
got
just kind of like a bean shape, which I guess could be a hamster.
Interesting.
to
It literally
answer-
is just hamster.
Is just hamster. So like
That's
it's
so
really
funny.
there's no way we could have
The Japanese for that is literally hamster. There is no other. It is literally hamster.
Yeah.
That is
I can
funny.
promise you, it is just the katakana for hamster. Also,
I
to
think
ans-
it's that, if I remember correctly.
yeah.
Something like that.
Also, to answer an earlier question, Lost Templar says that the most difficult thing when it comes to the QL was getting the text to look good in general and getting the skits, because basically all the code had to be completely rewritten to make them subtitles instead of the scrolling text that was there.
Is this where the scene where the Adatomi was?
Yeah.
Adatomi.
Legendary typos.
Yeah.
I am the queen of absolutely awful typos, and Mel has saved me so many times.
My favorite is still Sorcerer.
I like the unusual one, the unjewel, because I was like, oh, that's an unusual
Unjewel.
spelling. I think unjewel is my favorite just because of the irony of that.
でもそれじゃあ上の人たちに許されられるでしょう
I feel like I heard this 5,000 times. Did we put a video out with this scene?
I think we did something where we had a video for this, because this was some of the footage that we had for something.
Okay.
Wasn't it Richard who used a little bit of footage for one of his streams?
Yeah, I think there was a scene later in the game.
Oh, that's
though,
right.
But I don't remember.
Yeah, then I know we used a couple lines for our trailers.
I forgot. Yeah, I forgot that someone used some of ours. I totally forgot.
そんなことよりあの話していいだろ
あの話
ロニーねラグナ遺跡に行くんだってね俺もそれについてく
I know we're fixing the question mark stuff with the quotes, right?
Yeah, I already did a pass of them. It's just not in this beta version.
Yeah, no worries.
It should be in the next beta version. The only ones I haven't done are the ones for the skits, since we have to look at those separately because of subtitle files.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to sit there and go through all 608 of them in the skit viewer. And...
Thank you, Queen.
Please send me fixes by batches and not all at once, because I'll cry.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do it. I don't even think I could sit and do it all at once. I did like 4 hours of like just ellipses stuff, and then implementing that into the spreadsheet made me want to like perish on the spot.
Yeah. Yeah, and in regards to voice acting, D2 was the first like fully voiced game aside from the NPCs. Eternia was mostly fully voiced, but there's still like kind of navigational in between scenes here that weren't voiced. And then it was also kind of they did an interesting thing with D2 where they voiced all the dialogue in order of appearance. So from the start of the story to the end, even though it was hard to schedule the voice actors that way because they wanted it to have more impact.
I didn't even know that actually.
That's cool. Huh.
But yeah, that is a pretty cool way to do it.
I feel so spoiled because I've been playing Cold Steel 3 and like I'll like hear voice acting and suddenly it's no. So I'm like I keep expecting the voice acting to stop here and it's not. I'm like, man, they went in on it.
The Falcom experience.
Yeah,
that is the Falcom experience.
I'm enjoying it though. I definitely was in the sauce last night. Okay, we'll go to bed. Okay.
It's fine, you just unlocked a skit that you didn't have before.
I did.
Sleepyhead's gotta sleep.
Let's go to bed.
This like full body skit system is my favorite Tales skit system as well.
No, Xylo, you have it the other way around. It's everyone else speaks, but Reen isn't voiced. At least that's my experience.
That's what I've noticed.
Can only pay Uchiyama so much.
On the note of other games that aren't Tales of Destiny 2, as I read this, it's really funny because holy, is he okay?
No.
Okay. I see. But as I'm like reading everything, I keep thinking that there's other fixes to be made because of Tokyo Xanadu, and then I'm like, oh wait, no.
No, different style guy. Different style guy.
Yeah. Like sometimes it's like, that needs a comma, that needs this. I'm like, wait, no, it doesn't. Not for us.
Yeah, that for Mel and I specifically, going through this in the testing phase after working on a full other game that had its own style guide, has been a little bit difficult to go back to since that is very fresh in our minds because we spent a lot of hours working on Tokyo Xanadu. So please look forward to that this summer too.
Yes.
Tokyo Xanadu for the Nintendo Switch.
It's so cute. My mom's gonna buy a copy. She doesn't play games. She doesn't have a Switch, but she just wants to have it. It's really cute.
That is cute.
Yeah.
Actually, just bought the game last December because I wanted to get around to it before TX2 ends up becoming a thing. And then soon after, y'all announced the localization for the Switch version. It's like, okay, I guess I'm waiting longer on that then.
The game is for PSP and Vita. Xylo is actually testing it on the Vita hardware, so you should be able. It should be a thing. Yeah, it has to be modded hardware though. We're not,
Yeah.
There are limits to how much we can really do.
Yeah, I've also done a bit of testing on the Vita, and
I know it works on the PSP since it works on the Vita, but I'm not sure if anybody's been specifically testing the PSP hardware.
Unfortunately, my PSP has the case of this well, so I can't.
I just sold mine like a few months ago. Also, to answer the other question, we do not have a date yet. I think Allie had a more extended answer on that, but
right now we are in the process of right now the parts that you're seeing are mostly pretty clean. There are still some issues in here, but I'm still going through the back half of the game and all the extra content, and we still have people testing for other mistakes I might not have caught. So we're trying to really get the text and all this like in here, like we have like extra ellipses that like we're cutting out and just like cleaning up and making the text just look a lot cleaner and a lot more, natural. Things that are hard to see when you're going through all the text in a spreadsheet and not looking at it in the game. So
Yeah, as for PS3, I have no idea how modded PSP games would work on PS3.
is that a thing?
yeah,
I don't know if that's even an option, if you can even add those.
I have no idea. That is not my strong suit.
Yeah, I don't have a modded PS3 unfortunately, so I can't mess with anything like that.
Oh yeah, and our absolute war on ellipses is funny because I'll be streaming in our Discord server. I'll just be streaming it, and then they'll just see like a
Multiple.
stream of the screenshot things coming up as I'm like, gotta get rid of that later, gotta get rid of that later, gotta get rid of that later.
Every time I see a flash of green on the screen, I know it's an ellipses that Ailey wants to eat. Okay, okay. I gotta head out now for work.
All
uh,
right.
Have
Okay.
fun.
well, thank you
Good
for
luck with work. Thank you for
Bye.
joining us.
Hmm. Bye
Talk to you
bye.
later. Bye. Be
Bye.
safe.
There goes our quiz master.
Our quiz master. She's not even gonna get to see us poke at the quiz live on stream.
Okay, when we poke at the quiz live, we can see how many answers the chat can get.
In 10 seconds or less, because that's all
Yeah.
you have for each question.
Gives you
Yeah.
a time limit, but we'll just see what people answer.
Oh yeah, cause of the stream lag, we may not get
Yeah.
a quick.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Well, if it works, definitely let us know. I would love to know if it ends up working on PS3 because I don't have any way of checking that. I'm technical, but only to a certain degree.
If other games work, then like I don't see why it wouldn't. I guess.
Yeah, theoretically it should. Like, all we're doing is changing, some of the functions inside the file itself, inside the ISO.
Yeah.
But like, it's fine.
I like the I'm gonna go get my hands on a huge whole heap of nothing. Go. Bah.
Yeah, Xylo's right. There will probably end up being some weird thing that crops up because every single thing we do in this game, we find something weird that crops up.
This game is quite literally.
Oh wait,
made
go
out
to the
of
slide. Go back to
spaghetti.
the slide. There's a slide. You can ride the slide.
Where? Slide. Ooh.
Yeah, if you go to the other side of the slide, like what you're gonna walk
Oh.
up the other. Yeah.
That's so cute. Kyle, that is not how you use a slide.
Kyle is so stupid. So this makes sense. This checks out for him.
Out of curiosity, can you do this with can you switch which character you're controlling?
It'll
Yeah.
always switch it back to Kyle, even if you have somebody else in the party slot. If you go into your menu, you can put Lonnie in the top slot, but there are certain events and certain NPCs where it'll always switch to a certain character.
But you
Touch
tested to see if
triangle,
others would slide.
triangle, and then you can swap them, and then hit circle to
Ah.
confirm.
Ugh, that
And that'll
sucks.
change your.
I would
Yeah.
love for it to be Judas. I would love to see Judas on the slide.
I just like that Allie clearly tried it.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
see
it's
if
well, I
someone
mean,
else
it's
tried.
it's not so much that I tried it for that. It was more I was testing it and I had somebody else in the top slot because I don't usually main Kyle. So
Yeah, I'm Reala at all times. It's funny though. Only Kyle's stupid enough to
why
do
are they all
that.
excited? I think we talked to them already. Yeah.
yeah, I don't think the text changes this early in the game. There's not that many NPC text changes. This isn't a Falcom game.
Falcom moment. Alright. Let's see. Oops. Aha. Okay, I see what's over there.
Yeah, we got some skits, some new skits.
Is this so enemies pop out at you or okay? I got my
is.
answer made.
Shut up.
But also make sure you watch your skits before you go in so you don't lose them.
Yeah. Don't touch. Scared.
Yeah, I do like the idea of tagging the party out. Just like, all right, Kyle, you hit the slide.
It's funny. I hear this song and I'm just like, wow, it's a song from the trailer. -2 grade. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
Very honestly, the experience.
と昔に近くまで行ったことがあるんだ。目印にパンくずを落としといたから、それさえ見つければあとは辿っていくだけで。バカ、そんな昔のパンくずが残ってるわけないだろう。
Oh, Kyle. Oh, Kyle.
Sweet summer child.
I love him. He's so dumb.
More? Man.
Yeah, every time you finish like a story event, there's always going to be at least 5 or 6 skits.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, Kyle kind of does make Lloyd look smart. Like, Kyle is, like, exceptionally dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels surreal for us seeing it translated too, especially like years of looking at it on a spreadsheet and playing the game, in Japanese. When we booted this up for the first time, I think I almost cried.
Aw. That's so sweet. This child's
Jenna, I think you should handle that question.
translating.
Hold on, let
That's
me
you.
look. It was a lot. Like, I was able to get through it by taking it in chunks. Like, I did all of the menu stuff first because that was, like, smaller bits, like doing all of the weapon text and doing this text and that text, enemy text. So, like, it felt like more accomplishments were, like, building up whenever I finished a tab of, text there. And then I did skits, because that was shorter than the main story, and then last was the main story, and I just went through, like, quite a few, probably a couple hundred lines whenever I was able to do it. I'd just sit down and do a whole bunch. But, it gets easier as you go, because you get used to all of the voices of each part of the game, and a lot of the text, like, we had a thing for whenever text was, like, duplicated, like, exactly the same between 2 or more cells in the spreadsheet, like in person saying it'll be this much gold to stay here, like that sort of thing. I wouldn't have to put it in again and again and again. It would just duplicate the original text box. So that was really helpful as well. And the further I got into this script, the more of that there was.
There's a
Since
lot of
everything was already
duplicated text. There's a
filled in.
lot
Yes.
of dupe text.
So that was helpful, but it did take a couple years of doing this on the side of work and other things. And I don't know, it was really, really fun. It was just, like, fun all the time. Even if it was, like, sometimes I'd, like, get confused on something, and I'd be like, wait, no, this is
Oh.
referencing that other thing, and then I'd, like,
What was that?
reference
Oh,
the thing.
That's a PSP like visual bug that we can't do anything about.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
Zyla, there is an answer for that, but I'm not going to spoil it for you. We can talk about that when you get further in the game.
Don't worry about it. But yeah, whenever there's, like, a thing that'd be, like, referencing something else, and, like, I'd be, like, figure it out. I'd be like, oh, wait, this is referencing that other thing. I would do that, and then I would also, like, there were so many comments I would leave, next to things for Allie and Mel going through it, because, like, I would have to make sure that, like, they were aware that, like, this thing is referencing this thing, so you have to keep this consistent, and, like, just, like, or there was, like, pirate related NPCs, and I'd be like, Allie, help, I don't know how to speak pirate.
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
Wait, Jenna.
For some of the bugs. Oh wait. Okay, wait. Go, Mel.
Okay. Yeah, Jenna. How did you handle translating the guy who just talks funny?
There's a lot of guys that
Okay,
talk
okay,
funny. Do you
the
mean the
one-
guy with the Japanese in his voice?
Yes.
Shit.
Yeah. How did you? Because I saw what Allie did. How did you do it?
What did I do? I think I just left it for Allie, cause, like, I remember
Leave
talking
stuff
about
for me
that.
She would just leave stuff for me to figure out. She'd be like, "You figure out what to do with this. You're good at
Look,
this."
I'm translating all this text, And Allie is good at thinking of things. So I would like if I was like 100 lines in and I'm like tired, I would just be like Allie. I would leave a note just for Allie to like save me.
I guess
Okay,
I guess for context, the NPC we're talking about is one who like switches the way he's talking. So I guess the way we handled it in English, for example, is if I were to be talking right now normally, and I was just like, I'm here streaming this game with my Tomodachis. We're here to
Yeah.
Mamoru, whatever. Jenna is
Yeah.
so kawaii, you know.
Yeah.
Like in Japanese, he was using random English words just like thrown into the sentence. So we
Yeah.
had to adjust that because it didn't work in English to do it that way. So we decided we would just do a reversal and just make random English words Japanese and make them sound a little weeby.
Sasuke, you are my nakama.
All right, let's see. A couple of
you
other
had the
questions
bug one
here.
that you were gonna answer.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of questions here. So
Okay.
yeah, with the bug, like some of them got mentioned in chat. There's also a part of the game where we were having an active memory overflow, like so the like dialogue would come up while you're in the middle of this dungeon trying to do a story related event, and it would just hard crash every time. And the only way I got through it before we had a new patch update was I had to mash the save state and just mash reload save state until I could get through it.
As a side note, I thought this said Tale of the Family that balls.
They're balling. Baller.
Wait, no, I just saw that too. Like I read it, I was like, what's that talking about? And then I read the same thing.
Yeah, this is kind of why I want to fix the font kerning a little bit because it's a little close
they're down
together,
there.
but I don't know.
Is it
what
okay
the
to fight
situation-
these? They're just not doing anything.
Just
No,
kill the
they
birds
will.
now.
They will fight you.
Okay.
They are cute, but they will fight you.
I feel bad.
They
Oh
will
god.
pick your eyes out.
There's a guy there.
Oh.
Oh, I see.
What got you? Oh, what got us to translate this game? So the backstory on this is that Jenna, hamsters, Jenna and we couch co-opted this game back in 2018, I think it was. I had already played the game, but I was taking her through the Destiny game, so we played DC and then we played this. And we were just really upset that like there wasn't really an accessible way. Like the only existing translation from start to finish was like it was an Italian translation that was Google translated into English. And it's like while we super appreciated the effort, like just like anything else, it's hard to like parse some of the stuff that was happening. And we're like, well, what if we tried to translate it? And so like we had started by literally just like playing through the game and just like pulling text that way. Like we didn't have a programmer, we didn't have any of that. We were just translating it for ourselves with no necessary not necessarily knowing if we would ever be able to actually patch it until going through this and that until we finally had somebody who could do the programming for us.
Yeah, see, like, other games, like, I feel like Destiny 2 was the least accessible out of them because, like, Destiny 1 still at least had the original version that was translated. And,
Oh yeah,
like,
so our battle memos are still broken here.
Okay.
don't worry about it.
They are fixed in beta 5, but they are still broken here.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw the clips that Lost Templar showed us. These are fixed now, just not in this beta.
Yeah, so yeah, you can just go in there and set arts like any other Tales game.
Okay. I haven't played a
But
Tales
yeah,
game in a
like
bit.
other games at least had some sort of accessibility. Like Destiny 1 existed in English.
Rebirth had
a comprehensive like
Yeah.
translation that was like made not with Google Translate and like
and it's
So
also
this
like there was like subbed videos of it too, so like you could watch a playthrough of Rebirth and like you could get by.
yeah, so we decided I just like I was like, well, this only has this Italian to English Google Translate one, and also there's a whole lot of, for some reason, I don't know what word is it, like what is it translating, because there's like cabbages he just gets said.
I think it's like
for
when
no
he's like
reason
when
in
it's
it.
like supposed to be like an oh boy or a yada yada. Like I think it's
Yeah.
like those. It was something
it
like that,
ends up
and,
as
and it would be
cabbages.
cabbages, and we were like, I don't follow. What is
Jenna.
with the
Yeah.
cabbages?
Jenna,
So we were
Jenna.
like, what if we did Destiny 2? And I personally, Destiny 2 is my favorite of the Destiny games. I know Allie is the opposite, but I really like Destiny 2. So I was like, let's do this one.
Jenna.
Yeah.
Yes?
You like backseat gaming. Where do I go? Am
I wasn't paying any attention. I don't know where you've come from. I don't know where we are.
help?
um,
Because I can't go
Go
through this
back
door. I thought I
go back out of this. Go back out of this room,
out of this
and
room.
then
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
go see those like vines. You can go up those vines to go up those
Oh, right.
stairs.
Oh, nice. Thank you, Miles.
Yeah.
Was it loud? I'm sorry. I have. Can I even adjust that from here? Oh, follower
yeah.
Well-
alert. Yes, I can. Oh, that's for follower.
issue
I don't know where the
with
subscription one
beautiful-
is. I'm so sorry. I haven't streamed in
Beautiful
ages.
old games. Like, old games like this, like, they're really pretty, but, like, God, if I can't figure out what I'm supposed to interact with sometimes.
Yeah. Look, I know it was a controversy, but I get the yellow paint thing. I get it. Is that for Final Fantasy or something?
Time to change Chirpy to hamster. Time to go back and redo the enemy list so that the all birds are now hamsters. Ah.
Wasn't there
I'm
other
tilted by that
stupid joke
hamster.
versions we talked about doing?
Oh yeah, picking the font was basically just my personal love of this font, which has been used in Zestiria, Berseria, I believe in the 360 version of Vesperia, it's a partial text. It's also in Legendia, so it's a font that's been used in multiple games. So we thought it would be fun to implement it for, for anybody who's on a
Not negative
display that
grade.
is not
Sorry.
tiny. Did Lonnie learn? Did Lonnie
so
learn
proud of
heal
you.
yet? Please heal yourself. I'm crying.
Yeah, we did a lot of research on what older Tales games, like, well, not older, but like other Tales games did for like their font, like their style guides, which are not consistent, so that went out the door pretty quick and stuff like that. But we did a lot of research on other Tales games to make this one as like close to some sort of official release as we could.
Yeah. Yeah.
He does
Did
not.
Lonnie learn? Does he?
No.
He doesn't have it yet.
No,
Then
but
you
we
will
do have apple gels.
Yeah, we do have apple gels.
It's fine. It's fine.
How come we're doing PSP version instead of PS2? Well, first of all, for a very long time, the PS2 version did not work properly on emulator. I think it works a lot better now than it used to, but this version of the game is a little more accessible. It's, there's just like certain balance changes to like titles and grade. There's some extra content.
Yeah, it's kind of just the definitive version of it.
Yeah, and also because the PSP emulation is much it's much easier to work with. Like at the time, because when we started this, like I remember I had so many problems trying to get the PS2 version to work on an emulator, even with a good system, because there were so many visual bugs. It was very strange, like, so you would like leave if you like left an area or left the menu, sometimes like the whole screen would just be black and you couldn't see anything until you went into another map. It works fine now, but it didn't when we started this. Like, we started looking into this stuff back in 2017, so it's just one of those things where, it was a matter of time, and once you start on one version, it's not easy to just switch back and forth. There are programming differences between them.
One spaghetti
and yes, if it is on
one's linguine.
Yeah, true. And yeah, it's true. If it's on PSP, the emulation is a lot more accessible. I think you can do PS2 emulation on phones, but I think PSP is a lot easier to emulate in general. So it's just one of those things where it's like, again, we still want to be able to do it, but there are enough differences in the programming that it's not a simultaneous, like it's not a 1-1 crossover. Like, we can't just plug in everything we did for the PSP version into the PS2 version.
Sorry.
I think Lost Templar did say that at least the PS2 version is less spaghetti.
We could say
It's
it was
still
less
You did say
spaghetti.
so.
It's less spaghetti, but it's still spaghetti.
But there are some differences because like there are grade shop options that were added to the PSP version. There are a couple of items that are dummied out of the PSP version because there's no multiplayer. So there are like little things that have to be changed. We even had to like change a quiz book question because it specifically hadn't been changed in this version, even though it only pertained to the PS2 version of the game. And I think the PSP version just also runs really good. Like I've never like aside from the bugs that we encountered because we created them and that one menu visual glitch, like the game looks really solid on PSP. So it is definitely one of those things that you know we have to just do one thing at a time. We only have so many hours in a day.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we have to work to live. I can't pay my mortgage on fan translating, unfortunately.
God, I wish so.
My mortgage is too expensive for that.
That made me think of that. It's a meme that's in Spanish that's like me in like a casual conversation. It's capitalism. That's what I'll have to find it. It's good.
It's real though.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll just be talking to someone and we'll like lament something. I'll be like, capitalism, god damn you.
It's in a releasable state in the sense that like you can play it from start to finish without anything like crashing, but it is not currently to the full standard that we wish to release the game at.
Yeah.
I'm too much of a perfectionist for that, so
Yeah, we're looking to do it in a perfect state, or at least in as perfect as we can manage.
Yeah.
because our plan is more or less to try to catch absolutely everything we can so that there aren't it's one single patch, like no new releases, like aside from anything that is extra, like
Something like someone tells us something broke or something like that.
yeah.
Obviously, if something
Yeah,
happens, like, let us know, but our hope is to just catch everything as much as we can so that there isn't a need. You guys can just
Well,
enjoy it.
we want you guys to just be able to enjoy it, and we are thankful for all the support that we've gotten in turn, because we know
Yeah.
it's taken much longer than we ever anticipated, and part of that was because we both came across a combination of lots of programming issues and also just life. Like we've all just had a lot of
Life.
stuff going on.
Yeah, we've all had like something big happen during at least
Yeah.
one big thing happen in all of our lives.
Yeah, we've all had to take big breaks for various reasons. Like
Yeah.
unlike AAA devs, we have the luxury of time because we can sit here and go through everything with a fine-tooth comb. We don't have a specific deadline. We only have self-imposed deadlines. So
While on that note, big shout outs to Allie for taking care of a lot of the text fixes. Because life has me good right now. So thank you, Allie, for helping me.
I've been doing my best.
Thank you. I do
I
appreciate
really
it.
just
It means a lot to me.
I just leave the extremely technical stuff to you because I get tripped up over some of those style guide things. I'm like, you're the professional at that part.
I appreciate it, because I remember that one day I went, I was like, alright, I finally have some spoons, let me see what I can do, and I was like, oh, she, like, already did most of this. Awesome. So thank you.
Yeah, I'm doing my
I'm
best.
dying.
Like...
I'm just
More
glad there's
hamsters.
rarely any translation things popping up for me, so I don't have to pay attention most of the time.
I think we finally got everything.
Yeah, I think everything is officially for sure translated. I think.
Yeah, I
fine.
mean, because I remember saying it like 3 or 4 years ago. I'm like, I'm pretty sure there are battle memos that we have not found the text for, and then we start beta testing. I was
Dude,
like, there they
I
are.
I had no idea they existed. I think whenever they must have popped up, I must have been like, that's a wall of text, and I exited it. Like,
Does just opening the menu make you lose grade? Is that real?
Is translating the game as simple? I mean,
I can't save here. Oops.
yes and no, in that if you have people who know Japanese, it is pretty much just look at Japanese text, make it English text. That is the one, but there is still quite a bit of nuance to it as far
Yeah.
as we're concerned, because things don't, from Japanese to English, things do not necessarily translate easy. Things like subjects can get very lost. Sometimes you
there's a
don't
lot
know
of
who's
paying
speaking.
attention.
Yeah.
Like there's quite a few things that I remember having to mark down on the spreadsheet, because we did it with a spreadsheet. We had Japanese in like the first thing, and then the next one was where I put the English, and that's just how it was done. And then I would leave comments, and like sometimes I would leave a comment that would be like, there is no like indication of like this person's gender or something like that. And so like I would leave a comment saying, when we test the game, we're going to have to pay attention to who is being referred to in this scene or something like that, because like sometimes they'll just be like an NPC talking about another NPC, and Japanese doesn't use pronouns like English does. So I would just be like, I don't, they're just they're not saying what this person is, but like in the English version of the text we need to have some sort of like pronoun to use for this character. So like things like that that you just need to have sorted out, as well as like puns or jokes that don't translate well. Quite a few of them we had where like I'd mention it into the chat, and like as like a collective unit we would give suggestions and work out which one's the best one to go with.
Our boat coat, or the boat coat one, that was fun.
I still refer to that
Yeah.
one when giving people examples. Oh.
Yeah, there's a skit where Kyle is talking about what were they, like hand warmers, like those
It
little
was hand
like,
warmers and ship.
yeah, so it was like, but they used the same, so he like said it and it was in like katakana. What was it, like Kaido? Was it Kaido? I think it was.
I don't remember what the Japanese joke was.
Yeah, and like so it was like one of those things where they're homophones, so they sound the same. But so we had to figure out a way to translate that into English, because if you translated it directly, it was never going to work. It was not possible.
Yeah, so
we had to
around it.
create a new pun that Kyle could mix up, and instead of doing it where it was like the same word with a different meaning, we picked words that sounded similar, and it's really cool. Like, it was really fun to see that like come together, because we had to sit there and brainstorm, because
Yeah,
how do we make this work?
I was having the time of my life, because like I don't know, I love like working together with people, like
It's fun.
like even at like my jobs, like when everyone, like when I worked at a school, like everyone like putting together for like the gym for graduation, and everyone working together, like that kind of stuff just like fills me with joy for some reason. So like when we were like figuring things out as a group, I would just be like sitting here all like smiley, like look at us go.
Or
Teamwork makes the dream work.
I have no idea where to put this.
And yeah, as Joe says,
if you keep going, see where there's like that little like notch up further up on the. There's like a little notch that you can
you
shove
can
that
keep
thing
going
into.
along to the right, Mel.
Yeah.
That's not like a blocked path.
Yeah.
Oop. Oh. Oh, I see. Aha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as Kyo says, yeah, like machine translation, not good. It's really not good. It should never be
Aha.
used except for, I guess, as like a
If
way
anyone,
to like.
if anyone wants to ever hear the funniest machine translation issue, one time we were goofing around and I plugged in one of Eugene from Rebirth's arts, and I don't remember which art it was, and I plugged in the kanji for it, and Deep L was just like Salt Lake City, and I was like, that is not right. That is incorrect. So
Oh my God.
don't trust machine translation. Just because it sounds like it's comprehensible English does not mean it's actually correct.
Yeah,
Uh,
not a good idea.
I think that's the thing that fools people. They think that if it reads properly in English, some people think that means that it's a correct translation, and sometimes it is so wildly off the mark that you're like, how did you even get from point A to point B?
Yeah, it doesn't understand like like the continuation of a of a conversation or cultural things, puns. And like a lot of the times it'll like just not know what words are being used even because like homophones exist and stuff like that. Just like I don't know, don't machine translation is not a good idea, at least especially not for just plugging it in and releasing something in an official capacity.
So machine
Yeah.
translation has created an awkward moment for me. Granted, this was also very early machine translation, so this was like I think it was 2006. I went to Colombia. My family's Colombian, and wasn't fluent in Spanish at that time. I mean, I'm not now, but there was a point in between where I became fluent. But anyway, um, one of my cousins was asking me if we could go get like chicken, and I was using like Google Translate or something to say what type of chicken I wanted, and I did put in chicken breasts, which is like correct, but I guess whatever version of breasts the Google Translate put out really made it sound sexual. So my cousin was just like, excuse me, you want what? Like, pollo? Like, what's so weird about it? And then my mom told me, I was like, oh.
and yeah, the problem with edited machine translation is that if the translation is not right to begin with, you're gonna edit it and you're gonna edit it wrong. So you're not gonna
Yeah.
get the right context for it, and that's always the hardest, the hardest thing to kind of get across. Like when we're translating, specifically when Jen is translating, like I did a little bit of actual translation work, and Polka did the most of it for the quiz book. But Jenna was the one who did the core of the translating, and there was a lot of thought that went into all the decisions and how to convey the same thing
Where am I trying to
correctly.
go?
Oh, go! You gotta pull that. Did you pull that thing back?
Oh, do I have to move it back again?
You have to move it
Yeah.
back because you have to take that path up
Okay.
to go into the next room.
Okay.
Planetarial is saying something very true right now. It takes the same amount of effort because, like,
Yeah.
to edit it properly, you need to have the Japanese there anyway to know whether the machine got it right or wrong and to have nuance and, like, understand the context. So, like, it takes just as long, if not longer, to just, to edit the machine translation. It's far better to just translate it straight, with a professional doing so.
Yeah, that's what
I have a friend who I've seen who was complaining about that on their private Twitter recently, who is just like, I hate that I have to edit machine translation for this project for the client because like it's taking me longer to edit it than it would have been for me to just translate it.
Yeah, I know like there's this trend of like just using machine translation and then hiring people to fix it at a lower rate. And where am I supposed to go, Allie? Is it up in this door
you can just
here?
just ditch that. Just ditch the stone. Just ditch that.
Okay.
Even-
Sorry, I'm a
you
dingus
need
when it
to-
comes to playing. I can't play video games. I'm bad at games. Anyway,
Like you need to be on the other side of that stone, and then you're gonna take the path, like that lower path that you're on,
Oh,
all the way
okay.
up through the door.
Okay. Hi guys, I'm great at video games. But so it's like paying people a lower rate to fix it when it actually like takes the same amount of time. So it's just paying someone a lower rate period to work. It's not like it's easier that way.
Yeah. It's just a weird excuse to pay someone a lower rate when they're doing the same amount of work.
Okay, so 2 questions here. If I would learn Japanese, I couldn't understand games, Japanese language because of dialogues, like jokes. I mean, that's gonna depend on basically your level of fluency over time. Like, Jenna and I both definitely didn't get a lot of the jokes and the wordplay and stuff in games when we first started learning the language.
Yeah.
Like, Jenna, where are you at? Where are you at on your N2 these days? Are you?
I'm doing great. Like I play games with no problem. Like
Yeah.
but,
So
like yeah, back in the
yeah.
day I would know what's going on, but like when I was at like N4 and 3 or something, like I know what's going on. I just can't like jokes or puns or something like that.
Yeah,
would
like
be
you'll understand the gist of a plot, but you might not get the finer wordplay or things like that. Is there a way to donate to the project? No, we do not take donations. The second that we take money, it becomes a even messier legal situation, and nobody wants to deal with that. We do this
No.
for fun. We do this because we love the game. We don't do anything like that. Like everything that we do The only thing that has even taken any actual money is keeping the blog and the domain, which I just pay for out of pocket. Like, yeah, it's just not something that we do.
If you want to pay with something, give us like just write a pun in the chat. I love puns. That'll make at least me happy. I don't know if it'll make Jonah and Allie happy, but it'll make me happy. Give me a good pun.
Yes, all three of us that are chatting right now are people who worked on the patch. We have one of our translators and two of our editors here right now.
Oh.
Yeah, Bamco told me, they knocked on my door the other day. They're like, remember, don't take money. And I was like, okay, Mr. Bamco.
Imagine if Bamco actually cared about anything when it comes to chat.
Oh, I don't have the HP for this.
Well, good luck then.
Thanks.
At Planetario, when I was low on my Japanese ability a year ago,
Oi.
I because I couldn't read kanji to save my life, I would pretty much just play games that were fully voiced, which were pretty much modern Tales games. Because then I wouldn't have to read the kanji.
How far is it from finished? We are currently in the beta testing phase, so everything is functional in the game. We are still doing a lot of text cleanup, making sure that everything is working properly. I have to spend hours with the quiz book making sure that it's not broken, because there were a lot of things in that were broken.
He can heal now.
Yeah, he's got heal, so.
Thank God.
Oops. So yeah, I'm hoping within by the end of summer is what I'm hoping. It's kind of right now just dependent on our schedules, because this is the first time all week I've even had to look at our stuff. I'll be, working on it this afternoon. Unfortunately, when we have jobs, we can't just do this all the time as much as I would love to.
I'm dealing with life right now, so it's taking me a minute.
Yeah, so it's I want to make sure that all of our testers have time to actually do full playthroughs of the game, because I have been looking at this text for the last 5 years, so there are lots of times where I go through stuff and I think I've caught all of the typos, and then some of our testers will be like, hey, look at this stupid typo that you made.
Oh, that's what you guys meant by getting behind bosses.
Yeah.
Or enemies. I get it now. Oh. How do I not be in front? Or what do I do?
Well, right
there we
now
go.
you are.
There we go.
Yeah, you have to use the. I think you use the up. You can jump. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. I got it. I'm a gamer. I'm gaming. Oh. I got nice HP. I'm dying.
And yeah, when it comes to Bamco and when they ask people to stop, I think it typically is tied far more to if they have an official release on the horizon, rather than anything else. This game is such a nightmare, but that's kind of we're not offering we're just gonna throw the patch into the world when it's ready.
Wait, did Bamco actually did message someone before?
I think it was only with the ones that were for Graces and Vesperia, because those were getting official releases.
Oh,
Yeah.
they did get messaged for. I didn't know they got messaged for. I thought it was just okay. I thought that it was just the announcement, and then I was like, okay, we have to pull back. I didn't know they actually reached out.
Yeah, so yeah, it was only for the ones that were getting official, which makes sense. They don't want those things encroaching on it, and I totally get that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
If they were going to release Destiny 2 as a remaster and they came to us and were like, hey, cut it out, we would just stop. That's the way it has to be.
Yeah.
It would suck to have to trash the work, but, that's the way it goes. I'm not gonna disrespect, you don't bite the hand that feeds. If they're gonna actually give us what we want, then we would always respect that. It is just one of those things. I feel like if you don't stop when the company is asking you to stop, then you're kind of just being a jerk. Don't do that. There's no reason to do that. We did this, we did it for free, and if something were to happen, something were to happen. We've always said that from day one, though. That was I think that's even in our frequently asked questions on the blog, was what happens if you get a CND? It's we stop. That's the end of it.
Yeah. We learned a lot doing it.
Oh,
yeah, we did
big
learn
time.
a lot. we learned a lot doing it, and it's been a gateway for all of us to be able to work on like bigger and more exciting things. Like, not that this isn't super exciting, but like there's always
We've
a difference
we've all
between
gotten jobs in the industry now
yeah,
as a
exactly. So
result
it's
of
like
this stuff.
I can
like
definitely
working
directly relate me working on Tokyo Xanadu to this project having existed, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Are we gonna work on another project after this? We have things in mind, but right now we all kind of need a break. Like, we've been working on this for a long time, so we're gonna be weighing our options and figuring out exactly how we want to approach our next projects if time allows. Because again, you know, we've all gotten actual paid work in this industry, so you know, we also have to kind of weigh our options with our freelancing and stuff like that too.
Mhm.
I am up for continuing to do more.
Yeah,
そうさ今はまだ成り立てだ
I
け
will
ど
always be down.
いや絶対
Do
に
you want to
大
work
英
on
になっ
another
てみ
game?
せ
What
る
would it be? It's hard to say because I want every single game to be accessible. So, like, for me, it's like I want all of them to be accessible.
帰りたいですよろしく君は
I mean, personally, I think Jenna and I would love Tales of Fandom Volume 1 just so we can
So we
play
can watch
relax minigame on
Rain
every
Metal
play.
Lab. Rain Metal Lab.
ちょっと待ってよ
あなたは英雄なんかじゃない
Kyle is built like a puppy.
He's built like a man with no armpits in his shirt.
He has the brain of one as well.
分かってどうして
あなたは私の探し
The rest of the game had more text than just the skits. There was all the menu text, which was like smaller portions, each one like designated as like this is menu text, this is cooking text, this is like item descriptions, and then the skits were next, and then of course the main story was like 50k or something like that lines. in the
40,
Google
40
spreadsheet.
I think after it was 42k lines for main story and NPCs.
Yeah.
Let's see.
早く行こうよ
Trying to read up here. Yeah, there's 608 skits in this game.
この子を追いかけるんだ
And
That's a little bit more than 100.
yeah. I'm like trying to like read up on here.
ここで何をしている
大変ですレンズがなくなってます
何どういうことだ
自分は以前この部屋で巨大なレンズを確かに見ました
Book pages is hard to say because it depends on how much text is on those pages itself. Like, that can vary a lot.
Yeah,
So I
it's-
wouldn't go by pages. It's better to go by words.
which
Yeah, I used that Hearts DS script way long ago when I was first learning Japanese to play Hearts DS. Unky did it, Mel.
Oh, yeah?
女の子が手
Yeah.
レンズが砕けて
I love Unky.
Heck yeah.
貴重な巨大レンズを割るとは
I think, Ali, I think you had guessed that the game has 800,000 emoji. Was that your guess?
I think it was something like with all the text that we had, which included the quiz book and all that stuff. I think it was 800k emoji or something, and that includes the duplicate text too. So it's actually less than that. Emoji just refers to the Japanese character count of the game, which is how in the industry that is the way they refer to the length of a game in terms of how much text there is. Like, and I don't know that Tales has like publicly available hard counts on that. Like, we know for like Falcom's like Trials series, like we know that, you know, some of those games have like 1.2 1.3 million emoji, and this is significantly less than that.
Mhm. And in terms of the English words, I know there's not like an exact conversion, but I think I've read that usually people might convert by like 2.5 as like a general estimate. Is that the case? So, like, let's say like 800,000 emoji would be, by estimate, what, 2 million English words? Is that it?
Yeah.
Characters? I don't know. Something like that.
Yeah, I've never really paid attention to the specifics, because to me it's just like, okay, how many more emoji we have to get through.
Yeah, I've been curious, so I looked into it. so I saw people
Yeah.
kind of guesstimating that.
Are skits missable? Yeah, there are always missable skits in Tales games. There's quite literally always going to be skits that are missable. You can, if you're very, very thorough with everything you do, you will probably get the vast majority of them, but yeah, there are definitely skits that you can miss. Also, kind of going back a little bit, when we did that anime cutscene, just so everybody knows, the anime cutscenes are not subtitled in the Japanese version, so we had to add the subtitles, so we also had to manually go through and translate all that
Yeah,
without
I was-
without having the text handy. That was had to be
Yeah.
translated by ear.
That was
So-
fun.
Judas is up in that hammock. How did he get up
He
there?
says.
He's Judas. He can do what he wants.
Don't ask questions, Mel.
So the PS2 release, we have not started any actual work on it because there's a lot of programming differences, and we needed to focus on getting the PSP version done first, because the PSP version is it's spaghetti. The code is spaghetti. It is our favorite bowl of pasta. So we're taking it one step at a time. Like, it is still in our goals, but it is not going to be released at the same time as the PSP patch. General tips. There's a guide, I believe on the Abyssal Chronicles website, that Coley did, and that is a fairly thorough guide. Doing the stuff in there, which will get you like the side quests and the side content, that should get you a vast majority of it. There's not a lot of necessary backtracking. The story kind of pushes forward very, very often, so a lot of it is just playing the game naturally and then just doing side content. Sometimes you have to like try to leave towns or leave areas when you have story mandated stuff, and it'll trigger navigational skits and stuff. But for the most part, like, it's not impossible to get a good chunk of them on the first playthrough, especially now that we have the indicator, so you will always know when there are skits to view, which in the original version, you were just going into areas and mashing select until you got to all the end of your skits.
Allie?
Yeah.
Is this one fixed already in the sheet? For the cuz? Is there a
I believe this one. I believe that one's already fixed. I'm gonna do a sweep of it.
Cool.
So
Thank you.
I will figure out how to do that sweep later.
Thanks, Queen.
Does the PSP version have the same issues Rebirth PSP has? Honestly, I don't know on the technical level. I would love to answer that question, but I think there might be some zooming. I'm not really too sure. Yes, there is a skit viewer. It is not after you beat the game. It is once you unlock the final dungeon.
We can actually show you
there
guys.
is-
Let me show you the quiz, because that save is at
just
where
in a
at the
hut,
skip
isn't it?
viewer. It's in a hut, yeah.
It's just in
Did
a hut.
I give you the? I don't think I gave you the save near the skit viewer. I think I gave you the
did.
skit. The one that.
No, you did, because
thought I gave
I
you
went
the
in
one
and checked, because I wanted to make sure everything was working.
Oh, okay. I thought I gave you
Yeah.
the one that was outside of Aquavale, but okay, whatever. It's fine.
I mean, it says Aquavale, but it is in front of the hut. Because I went in and yeah, I could view. She said I could view skits and movies.
Oh, well, it's in the Aquavale region. That's
Yeah.
why. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, so there's no like post game. Once you beat the game, that's the end of the game. But everything will be unlocked through the final dungeon. And I believe the final dungeon also has a warp to the exit, so like you can do everything at the very, very end.
There's a lot of really cool stuff you can do at the end of the game
Yeah.
as well. I do still love this game, though. It's like, how many times have I seen this text and I'm like, I still love this game. I love this cast so much.
It's like, is it the, like, I know, like, I personally don't find it to be, like, the objectively, like, best story or what have you, but I think it has a lot of heart. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's definitely at an era where they were just, like, you can tell that, like, a lot of heart was poured into this game. I do like the story a lot.
I do like the story. I think there are other games that probably just have, like, more cohesive. I mean, I wouldn't say it's not cohesive, but
For this game?
Yeah, this game. Like it's cohesive in terms of the story it's telling. It gets a little silly sometimes, but
I can at least
but that's
say.
kind of
Oh, go ahead.
its charm though. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's just its charm.
I've never played it, but I will say I cried when proofreading this often. There were definitely times I
Good.
actually cried while proofreading. Like I really enjoyed it. So I'm excited to actually play
Which
it
is
proper.
impressive because the way you had to proofread it was so out of like
Yeah.
it was in order but also kind of not in order.
Yeah, so the way
Game's
I've
text is
the
Huh?
way I've experienced this game's story is so everything's divided by like location, and then within each location is like from top to bottom like story progression, but that can mean like you're talking to an NPC from 5 hours into the game, and then the next line is like an hour after that. So it's looking at how the game has progressed in a very disjointed manner. So my experience of Tales Destiny 2 was proofreading the skits, so seeing how the story of the skits progressed, and then at some point it turned into like a bunch of direction skits. So like it was like, all right, this is the big battle, let's go. Oh, so and so location is this way. So that was kind of funny. And then with the actual script itself, it was the same thing. So I was literally getting the story based on just seeing how NPCs were talking and just trying to like put it together. And then yeah, it's just funny. I think I know the gist of this story. I think I know it.
And yeah, the game does have like a stellar cast. Like some of them were relatively like newer to the industry at the time, but everyone in this cast is fantastic.
Good.
そんなことよりロニー早くクレスタに戻ろうよそうじゃないと冒険に
Yeah, some of this dialogue has definitely been changed since this beta. Just for the record, like there's plenty in here that is still not finalized.
俺たちは忙しいんだよ
That said, I'll give Ali props because while proofreading this, I did not necessarily have to see which characters were saying what lines, because she and Jenna both gave each character such a unique voice that like while proofreading you could like take away the characters' names and I can tell you exactly which character is talking. So they did a really good job.
Hell
Most
yeah.
part. But then I did also catch a couple of instances where we
Yeah.
bungled it. And then I had to
But
go
still,
back. I'm like, why is Lonnie talking like Judas? What happened here?
so you guys did a good job. But that's the thing, you can notice because they all have unique voices. You guys did a great job with that.
でもこんなところで
We did our best.
あの子どんどん遠くへ
I'm glad it worked out. I'm so glad it looks so good at this point.
Yeah, we put a lot of work into this. Like
決まり
part of the reason I mean we've been done with the text for a long time, but it still took us a long time to do the text.
And we did it again.
Yeah,
Cause
we
went back and
had
redid
start-
it all at some point.
Yeah, when we first started the project, like we were much less experienced. So then like we had started some of the story stuff when we went and then we did all the menus, and then like probably about a year later we went back to like some of the story text, and I was like, I'm starting from scratch. We need to fix this. We can do better than this.
And this was prior to
And
us
I
going
feel-
public about the project, by the way. So like,
Oh, yeah.
because we went public during our redo of everything, but before then, like we had done a lot of it and then decided to redo it all.
Yeah, when we went public, we were a pretty good clip of the way through the text. Like the text has been done for quite a while at this point. I was actually nervous about doing the beta for this because I was like, I'm gonna hate everything I wrote 2, 3, 4 years ago. Like I've learned so much since then. I've gone and I've gotten a professional project under my belt since then. So it was a little nerve wracking, but I'm still very pleased with how it came out.
俺の顔に何かついてる
We haven't really sorted out exactly how we're going to deal with issues, but part of the reason we're doing the kind of testing that we're doing is to mitigate as much of that as humanly possible. At this point, I cannot find a single thing that breaks the game. The only thing that we're really finding that is issue related are like some minor visual bugs that we're still working on fixing that I have to report, and just some tech stuff like some typos and stuff like that.
Do Nil McNillis.
Lost
Do
Templar just said.
do the titles do anything in this game?
Yes, if you press square, you could see what their effects are on level up. So if you hit square, so when
Okay.
you level up, it affects those stats.
Okay.
So biggest technical issues. Oh, there have been many. There have been
A whole
many
game.
The whole game is a technical issue. Getting the quiz book to even function properly was a project all its own. There are parts of the game that are formatted differently in terms of how the text is stored, so like you have to do different things to make them work properly. We had some memory overflows in a specific dungeon because of the way the text was coming up on the screen. We had some bugs where you would get stuck in an infinite loop on the results screen. We had opening one single chest with a recipe would hard lock the game. We came across some issues, but we have largely worked them out. I haven't come across anything that's game breaking in a couple of weeks now.
Lost
So
Templar put his answers to things in the chat. One, regarding errors after release, he said we'll probably have GitHub issues. And biggest technical issue was font rendering was completely unsuitable for English. There were no lowercase letters and such in the font that was in the game.
yeah, I'll have to set up probably a public GitHub repository for dealing with the issues and probably even the release of the patch. Because I'm not gonna make our internal development one public.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's easy to do. I'll just set up another repository. That's easy. Oh yeah, I guess that's the other thing I pay for this game out of pocket is paying for my GitHub subscription so I can do the repository stuff.
ここはオベロン社総帥だったヒューゴの屋敷だ。オベロン社解体と同時に屋敷は接収され、神殿に回収されたが、隠し通路はまだ残っているはずだ。ここだ。おい、これを使ってそこのマークを打ってみろ。これは？レンズからエネルギーを引き出し、熱線と衝撃を打ち出す道具だ。R ボタンで熱線を発射できるが、一発ごと
Hey
にレンズ
Cam,
を
how are you?
無駄打ちは
Oops.
壁のマークをソーサラーリングで打つのか。よし、よく狙って。
Oops. Wow.
Rip
Doing my
Sorcerer,
best.
yeah.
There we go.
I had to fix it. We couldn't leave it in there.
届かない場所にある水無論、熱を利用して火を灯すことも可能だ。うまく使え。
I am playing on a keyboard. Trust me, everything about my setup is really funny right now.
Oh no.
I'm I'm dealing with life, so just so you know, I'm playing on a nightstand, using a chair that should not really be used for this sort of thing, and yes, I'm using a keyboard, so I'm sorry.
It's an ultimate gamer setup, Mal.
It looks so funny. But shoutouts to my mom for allowing this right now. I'm in the sauce with life. But I'm glad no one seems upset by it, so thank you for understanding.
Yeah, because I think I was the only one who was like set up for it like properly, but like I don't have this thing set up for like streaming on this scale. I don't like fighting with my laptop for that.
Yeah,
Mac, so I'm not capable.
Oh, was there? Was it for
There's a
an
cha-
item text?
I will double check it, but it
Okay.
might already be fixed.
Okay,
Like
thank you.
again, this beta, there's been a lot of text changes since this, because this is our beta version 4. So we've made a lot of changes, and we're still catching stuff. Like, we will still fix things.
Yeah, but thank you. Yeah, I don't recommend playing on keyboard. It doesn't feel good. This does hurt my wrist. I don't recommend it, but I'm doing what I gotta. People may have seen on Twitter before. I just life, but do what you gotta. We're making do. Is there still more?
Okay, yeah. Thank you for that catch, by the way. I'm going to fix that right now. It's because with the text in our spreadsheet, it doesn't say the sorcerer's ring, it just has an item code, so when we're looking
what I
at it,
thought.
we don't necessarily know what we're looking at. Like, so anything that has, like, item codes in it, we've been kind of having to change on the fly.
Kyo, I actually played Innocence on keyboard. Don't recommend that either.
I started playing it on keyboard way back when, and then I played it on my DS instead.
That's
was
what I
not
had
fun.
done. Yeah, no. I started on keyboard and then I had an opportunity to play on someone's DS and finish there.
My DS actually still has, so like way like over a decade ago. I on this like Japanese website, I found like this DS case thing that's like it's Tales of Innocence themed. It's like a clear case that goes on a DS Lite, and then it has like the characters on it, and it kind of like projects the characters onto it. And I've had that ever since, and it's like I can't imagine my DS Lite without it because I've had it for so long.
Oops. Yeah. So, when I played Innocence, that's because I hated myself to use the keyboard. That was definitely my own choice. This time it's just my circumstances right now. But no, last time, yeah, no. With Innocence, that was me being a fool. But it trained me
Yeah,
for
like-
this. Little did I know I was being trained for this moment.
Yeah, like, under normal circumstances, you would just be playing with a controller.
I'd
These
be
are
with my
just
PS4
abnormal
controller. Yeah.
Yeah, this is not a normal circumstance, is basically what it boils down to. Because if we didn't do it this weekend, we were gonna have to delay the stream by probably, we weren't
2
gonna be able to do it
months.
until 2 months. We weren't gonna be able to do it till the end of June, just because we all have things going on in various capacities on weekends. So we had to make it work one way or another after we announced it. We were like, oh no. So we're kind of just winging it right now.
Yeah. I got like a Wi-Fi dongle and everything. Like I'm not even connected to the Ethernet like I would be. Like it's funny. It's funny. But thank you for your patience,
Yeah.
guys.
Do you know when the translation is going to get released? We don't have an exact date right now. We are targeting sometime in the summer, just to give us time to make sure everything is as polished as humanly possible. Like, we are doing so much QA work on this game.
Oh. Okay, we're good. I froze for a second. I'm being too greedy. Alright, who else in the chat is an attack art person like me? Who else doesn't know how to play video games?
I always play the spellcasters, so I don't
Oops.
play like that anyway. I play by standing really far away, casting arts until I run out of TP or whatever the game has, and then I use an orange gel. And I do it again.
So
Okay, once you go this area, you can't move on to, you basically, you have to do this and that thing is gonna go down. You won't be able to move on to the next, you won't be able to move on to the next area if it's dark.
Okay.
So basically you gotta like get there really quickly when
Okay.
once you know where the gate is, which is on the upper left, I think.
I think it's lower left because we're at the upper left now, but I'll see.
Lower.
Yeah, that's
right?
why
I don't remember.
That's why I enjoyed Arise, because then I could be a fool, but I could dodge roll. But it's okay, I didn't lose grade. Alright. Oops. There we go. Where is it? No, I think you're right,
It's
Allie. Hey,
up.
let's find it first.
Yeah, because it'll tell you that you can't go through it when it's pitch
I
black.
can't
You
get
have
this
to do
while
it
it's pitch
before.
black. Yeah. Okay.
You can do the chest, but you can't open the. Oh, actually, you can't
You
do
can't
the
do
chest.
the
I thought you
chest.
could. All right.
No.
The game is so cruel. Like, this game is so punishing for like the silliest reasons sometimes. Like, everybody should know if you haven't played this game is actively out to get you at all times. Like, if there is something that should be logically easier, it is not in this game. It is most definitely, in my opinion, the hardest game in the series.
Regarding
Yeah.
Rinwell, she is very fun to play. Jenna here mained her in
I
Arise.
love playing Rinwell.
I cosplay Rinwell.
I don't know. I like my quickie little. I like to just like dance around the battlefield doing the dodging and then cast a thing and then do it again. I don't know. It's fun.
Allie, where the heck?
What? No, not that side. You have to go. Wait, hold on.
Oh, okay.
You're up the wrong
I
thing.
understand.
That's where there was a chest there
Yes,
first.
I
So now that
understand.
putt spot is moved. You gotta go down the other way.
I understand now. We're gaming.
Yeah, this game is very punishing if you only want to play melee, but there are also some bosses in the game that punish you for casting and healing. So it's a crapshoot in terms of what the game will do at any given time. Like, melee attacks in this game are 100% you have meat shields, then you want to play a caster from the back. Like, put Kyle and Loney in the front so that they can be your meat shields, and then play a caster from the back.
Yeah, that's about it.
What just happened?
And if you ever get really tired of playing the game, and you just want to progress the story or get through a dungeon with a high like a high encounter rate, you can set the game to auto, and the game will probably play the game on auto better than you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I have done that during testing, just because I'm not playing the game to play the game for the combat. I'm playing it for, you know, making sure the game works. And it's really funny how many times the game just like will get the max positive grade without me even touching a thing. It is very comical. This is one of the Tales games where I think the AI like control is actually competent enough, unlike some of the other games in the series where left to their own devices, you're just like, what are you doing? Like in Zestiria, when Lila would just like dodge into the enemy and get closer when she's casting, and I'm like, girl, what are you doing? Back up.
To be fair, that sounds like a very Lila thing to do. So you could argue that that's just being in character. Yeah, it's kind of like in Final Fantasy XIV. There's a dungeon where you have to cross over like a tightrope sort of thing, and if you do it with trust, like with the NPC characters, they actually respond to it in certain ways. So like Reen, one of the characters, will straight up not even cross. Like she'll be too scared to cross, so she will fail the mechanic because that's canonical to her personality.
I mean, Harold has a unique thing that she does in battle that's canonical.
Really?
That we learned about recently. because we realized what the text was referring to. She'll automatically use a magic lens if she's being used by the AI. And
Yeah,
it's a monster
which we didn't know because I mained Harold. So
yeah, we didn't know because you played her.
That's interesting.
It's really cute.
Everyone's favorite Tales games of all time. Mine is Destiny DC, and that has been the case for the last like 15 years.
For me, ooh, I got 2.4 grade. Nice.
Look at you
Positive. For me, it's a kind of complicated answer because gameplay-wise, Arise actually like nailed the type of gameplay I personally like. Zestiria has a special place in my heart because of when it came out in my life. But like, if I were to like objectively think like, okay, the whole package, what's my favorite? It would either be Symphonia or Abyss. I'm really hoping Abyss gets remastered or something one day because I really want to revisit it because it's been in my mind lately. But Symphonia really
Yeah.
hits.
I do really like Abyss too. My official favorite is definitely Rebirth.
Am I stuck? Oh, we're good.
You're gonna have to get an item out of that chest.
I wasn't sure
Like-
if I need to find out which one I need.
I can just tell you
Oh, you
which
can
one
tell
you
me?
need, so we don't
Okay.
have to do the we don't do the
Awesome.
back and forth. It's fine. I know what it is off the top of my head, so we're
Awesome.
fine.
I got my walkthrough, my talking walkthrough.
Let's see. And yeah, we didn't know about Harold's auto magic lens because quite literally I never let the AI play her. I play her at all times, and when Jenna and I first played it, well, together, like I was maining her there, so Jenna wouldn't have seen it.
Yeah. And I never had her in my party when I played my own just because I was already a spellcaster.
Oh.
So I used the others for I just used a bunch of melees for the rest of them and then I covered the spells.
Ooh, Zilia.
All right, so we're gonna hit next because we're not getting that. We need the stone cutter.
Okay. I want to replay Zilia. I've been thinking about that. Also, yes, me attacking with no SP is a very me thing to do. Extremely me.
Ugh. I know, we should be allowed to take the stone cutter and the rubber duck. Just saying.
Do you
we
get any
deserve to have our.
dialogue? Do you get anything for doing the rubber duck?
It scolds you for it. It's
Oh,
like
that's cute.
Judas is like, Kyle, what are you doing?
So Judas confirmed to not take baths with rubber ducks, unless.
That's his secret.
Yeah.
Secret Judas things. Alright.
Oh, we got a bunch
don't
of
know.
stuff. Good lord. Hold on.
You're like, oh.
Does it not show the stats?
Depending on what it is.
It's a helm. Oh. Oh, reduces item usage cool time.
Yeah, you have to
Interesting.
hit square.
Interesting. Okay. I should have checked here. We've been sitting on a lot of stuff.
I'm just letting you take the wheel here.
Oh, it's okay. I appreciate it.
I do
know
also
what?
really like Legendia.
The AI is smarter
Um,
than me. We're gonna use this.
Legendia's gameplay is a little bit weird, especially making you like physically leave dungeons all the time. But otherwise, I do really like Legendia. Pretty much all of the character endings made me cry, and the music is the best in the series.
Also,
by far.
guys, let's be nice in chat. We don't need to call things trash. You know, don't yuck other people's yum. Some people love the game. You don't need to be nasty about it.
Yeah.
Let's all play nice. There's no reason for that. We're here for a good time. We're here to have fun.
As I get hit.
Well, you're here to, for the sadistic torture of actually playing the combat of this game, but that's kind of the point. Let's see, patch details. What kind of patch details you're looking for? I will answer whatever questions I can answer for
What
you.
do here?
Also, Mel, use your sorcerer's ring on those things that are hanging. Those, you can burn them,
Oh.
and that'll create a path down below for you.
Nice.
Not in our chat.
nice.
We're not here for elitism, so. we're just gonna put the kibosh on that. The patch. I mean, obviously, the biggest thing the patch does is now the whole game is in English. We have added some quality of life, like features such as skit indicators when new skits unlock, subtitles in battle and victory screens. What else do we have here? The skits now display regular subtitles instead of scrolling text. Anime cutscenes all have subtitles, etc. Those are the main features of the patch. Right now the patch is only for PSP. PS2 patch is going to take quite a bit more programming work, so we don't have a date on that as of right now.
Judas has no nice HP. Get it?
Judas actually has all his HP, which is actually the more impressive situation.
Oh,
So it
yeah.
is no nice.
So extremely nice. Yeah.
How far were we planning on playing?
I was thinking we would get to the end of this dungeon before we maybe poke around
That's what I
in
figured.
That sounds
my
good for
my
me.
new game plus style.
Yeah, I wanted to
'cause
get
it's
in
a
a good stopping point.
It's a good stopping point. It's a good introduction to the game. So, but then we can go poke into the other save file and go look at the quiz book and stuff
Alright,
as
so
a little preview. I promise these battle memos will look good in the final game. They work in beta 5, but
We got them fixed. Just a little sneak peek at the text being the text in the spaghetti game of spaghetti.
yeah, it's truly just a showcase of the fact that everything is not fully we are still in beta for a reason. We don't want to release it in that state.
So, oh, I see.
Yeah, this is basically your skill equivalent. Like, instead of having skills, you have these enchantments that you can equip to your arts, and it's per art, so they all have different things. It's also what will action ones can give you your ability to use your mystic arts. There's art extensions, etc.
I see.
And they unlock by getting points per each art's usage.
Yeah, Zylo, we're just gonna look at quiz book stuff. Don't worry, we're not spoiling anything in this stream. Also, my favorite pasta dish is just Alfredo. All of the Alfredos.
Was somebody asking about pasta dishes?
Yeah, someone asked what our favorite pasta dishes are.
See, this is hard. This is hard for Jenna and I specifically because
We're Italian.
we come from Italian family, so we're all pasta. I love all pasta.
Yeah, it's all a good pasta, but Alfredo's probably the one. Anything, I see the word Alfredo and I order it. When I go to a restaurant.
Before I answer mine, can I consult my 2 talking walkthroughs?
Okay, so what you're gonna do is go back.
No.
Wait, where are you? Go back to the. No, you can't do it. You have to use the stone. You have to use the.
I used the stone on that little statue.
Yeah, so now you're gonna move that statue all the way over to that, and then you'll use the sorcerer's ring to burn it.
Okay. So why am I glowing?
It's basically the precursor to getting your spirit blaster mode, which is basically your overlimit.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's you're not in overlimit yet, but it's telling you that your overlimit's coming soon.
Oh.
And when your overlimit comes, your glow it changes the glow. It's a white, silvery glow.
Mm-hmm. Like this? Ah.
Yeah, I also want pasta right now, and I say that even though I had pasta for lunch on like Wednesday, so I mean I eat pasta like I eat pasta no less than 3 to 4 times a week. So
I don't know. It's gonna sound really corny, but actually, Fernando has a pasta dish that he makes that actually became like one of my favorite dishes in general. But it's like a veggie pasta thing with like heavy cream, tomato paste, spinach, tomato, onion, and it slaps, and some mozzarella.
Had
It's
me at
good.
heavy cream.
pasta for lunch and dinner. I do that sometimes, quite honestly. Sometimes I have leftover pasta and then I have fresh pasta for dinner. Look, when I'm working, I don't have time to think about like making lunch. That like, especially on days when I'm in the office, I'm like, let me just go throw this in the microwave, call it good. There is just not always time to think about that, and I can eat pasta every day of the week. Or pizza. I could also eat pizza every day of the week if it's good pizza.
Am I like not using the arts right? Oh, there we go.
I was saying you have no idea about my pasta lore.
Maybe I don't know how to use arts. Wait, how do I use the other ones?
What are you trying to do?
Use
Hold
any
on,
of these. It's only let me use Azure Edge.
You have to up on same as any other game. It's
Maybe it's a
you
different
might not
button
have
on here.
Yeah, they could maybe
It might be different
yeah, it
on
might have
keyboard.
to do yeah, it might be your keyboard problem.
Well, we used Flame Drive somehow.
Yeah, part of the problem that we're having with the spell casting is going to be doing the speed up for the casting is going to be hard on a keyboard if you don't know which buttons do what.
Yeah, that's okay. We're making do. We just have. I'm doing something. Nope, it's okay. If I'm just using Azure Edge, that's how it's gonna be. It's safe.
We didn't say we were good at the game or that we were going to play efficiently. We just said we were going
I think I got
stream
it.
for a bit.
I don't think anyone's really good at Destiny 2.
I figured it out. It's okay.
According
this.
to LT, there's like one Japanese speedrunner who's actually really good at this game, and I was like,
Oh,
that is probably
God.
the only person I've ever seen good at it. Then
It's okay. I got it now. I'm dying, but I know how to do it now.
it's all right. Lonnie can heal us from back there.
Whoops.
Yeah, there's the save file, which our New Game Plus save file, which we will be loading into, is from somebody else's like grinded out file that like we just downloaded because I needed a New Game Plus file for testing, and it was like max grade, and it had like 26,000 encounters. I was like, bro, that's a lot of time spent. Like 26k encounters is way more time than I ever have.
はいはい言ってろよたく帰るこんなやつほっといてとっとと個人に戻ろうぜ
Yeah,
Do
let's get those
it.
D2 cosplays out in the world. Do it! Do it!
Do it.
English fandom. English fandom.
I remember in the pre-COVID years I was planning a Harold cosplay, but then I never got to it. And then COVID happened, and then I was like, I give up. I can't be bothered with this anymore.
I would cosplay Judas. I totally would. I have fabric for a Leon cosplay, and I have not played Tales of Destiny.
We'll get there eventually. It's fine.
Oh, Judas.
I love Harold's design. It is so ridiculous, but it suits her perfectly.
It does. I didn't like it before I like got to know her, and then when we started working on this patch, I was like, no, it checks out. It works well.
And I love hearing about people cosplaying anybody from Destiny in general. I am a fan. I'm a fan.
I also have a friend who cosplayed Philia.
And yeah, I love that the design principles of this game are so funny because it is a fact that Inomato was asked to modernize the designs instead of making them like full of just armor, but also it plays so deeply into fashion trends from like 2001 2002, like
Yeah.
everybody having low-rise pants, crop tops, Lonnie having a tramp stamp tattoo. Like there are so many things that I'm like, this just screams early 2000s. I'm like, I'm being brought back to an era in my life that we don't need to go back to fashion-wise. uh,
Oh, I remember
like
the skit.
their designs are so funny.
They're wonderful.
An ugly guy.
見張りの連中に見つかる前にこんなところからはとっとと脱出するぞ。
Inomato was truly great. Like we really lost one of the best designers that we could have had.
Yeah, she was a fantastic designer.
So I guess
And yes,
after...
Lonnie he does in fact have a tramp stamp. You can actually see it in the opening animation movie, but it is present on like his Ray's model and everything too. He has a tattoo on his lower back.
問題はその後だよ。旅に出たいってことをちゃんと言わないと。まあ、そればっかりはなるようにしかならねえよな。とにかく今はビンタを一往復でも減らしてもらうためにダッシュで個人まで帰ろうぜ。うん。
Ventilation.
Yeah, to be honest, I love him just like not having shirt for his armpits, and I bet you like $10 he like cut it out with scissors because it kept staining, and he was like, never mind, I just won't have shirt there.
Yeah, the way she drew eyes was absolutely incredible. That was actually always one of my biggest complaints with Berseria, is that the animated cutscenes don't have the same like shape and design style on Velvet's eyes. Because I love the way she draws eyes, or the way she drew eyes.
So I think Beatrix from Grand Blue also just has open armpit, where like the fabric exists on the shoulder but not in the armpit.
Oh my god.
I'm glad this stream could be educational enough to teach people about tramp stamp and armpits. Armpit design.
The tramp stamp is very important.
Velvet's design's really cool. It grew on me because I like how it's, you know, she had her original clothing and then things happen, and then her outfit is like still that outfit, tattered but then kind of reclaimed, because it still is that outfit like conceptually, but with like now added embellishments and stuff. So to me, like, it feels like she's reclaiming her life, and it's really cool symbolically. I really like it.
Yeah, and I also like the fact that they make it very clear within the game that she does not care if it looks ridiculous. She does not care. I've actually been replaying it with a friend, so it's like we've been going through some of those skits with Eleanor talking about it, and I was just like, oh, that's right. She's so funny about this.
Yes. I really like it. I remember when that game was announced, I was like, I don't know, that, you know, our first like sole like female protagonist, I was a little upset, and then I played and I was like, nah, this rules. This is awesome. It's so fitting for her. Awesome. And then like the only time it's brought up is Eleanor being afraid of, you know, just Eleanor being concerned for her.
And I think it also comes up early in the game when Rokuro asks if like Velvet's cold, and she's just like, "No, I'm good."
It's so
she's
polite.
like, "It's fine, whatever."
Berseria is wonderful. Yeah, Velvet deserves happiness.
I love her so much. I love that game in general. I love that whole party. Yeah, so this is probably the best place to
cut it off.
Yeah, because after this, once we get back to Cresta, it's going to be a whole bunch more story scenes, and then we'll be getting into like... Yeah, this is basically the tutorial arc, so we're kind of like out of the like after this, we're going to be heading into like the first like main arc of the game.
Okay, I wasn't sure if getting home would be the place, but okay, so let's save there, and let's load.
Yes!
Alright, guys, We have a test for you.
We have
So
quite the test for you.
We also have to hope it works. Let's hope everything's working as intended.
I did check, but when you sent me the file, I actually did check. That's why I saw that this was the skit. So you guys know this is where you can view skits and stuff. But all right, let's Vermi. The one thing I didn't check was if the names were appropriate, but they are.
No, I didn't send you the armpits file. I didn't send you the file with Cool Ranch. It's just for me.
So for context, so we have that blog post that has screenshots from our beta. Oh God, someone's gonna have to explain for me, but we have the screenshots in our latest blog post of everyone having funny names. But I definitely had to filter them all because some people have made very inappropriate names during their testing. So like I was saving things as like I don't think this is a good one to post for everyone. But
all right,
for
let me
can someone
explain.
because
The
Vermi is big and yeah.
In art, yeah. So the lore behind Vermi goes all the way back to like 2016 or something when Cherum, who you guys might know as one of our Tales, like their Tales Reddit's mods, when she was playing through Destiny DC for the first time, she had equipped the Vermilion armor to Leon, and because like part of it, like the katakana, it spells out basically Vermi. She had changed his name to Vermi in the game, and then that was how he was referred to for the rest of the game. So then, like, we've just kind of taken that, like, from that, and it's just become like a meme within the thing, and we use it for like everything. Yeah, so it's just become this whole thing. So whenever we refer to like certain things, it's always the Vermi lore. Yeah.
Vermilion.
Yeah, like so because of the Sane's showing it in the chat how like Leon's katakana and the Vermilion katakana have shared things. So she basically just like reversed it and swapped it out for the name change, and it's just very silly. So whenever I play a Tales game where I can rename somebody, I always have somebody named Vermi in there.
Yeah, I don't think we ever call him Judas in the Discord anymore. I actually don't know the last time anyone has said Judas, and it's just been Vermi. So, alright.
Yeah.
So, our quiz book. So this is the thing that has slowed us down a lot and has had a lot of problems.
Lots and lots and lots of problems.
Oh,
So
God.
Which one do you
I
want
don't know
to
if you
do?
can...
I'm gonna say
You
not
guys
Tales
wanna-
of Destiny 2 because does it have some spoilers in it?
Destiny 2 and Destiny 2 of Kyle are both gonna have spoilers.
Okay,
yeah.
do you want to do just Tales of
So-
Destiny because that's the game that precedes this one?
We can do that. It is gonna be all only for the PS1 version of the game, but you guys are
Okay.
gonna see how ridiculous some of these questions are, yeah.
Okay. So do we prefer Destiny or like Fantasia? I don't know. Destiny seems like it makes sense.
Yes,
Or we can do the
so-
joke and
Destiny-
do
I
Tales
w-
of Eternia because that is also Tales of Destiny 2.
I would either do Destiny. I also after maybe want to take a look at the etc. So just so that you can see how hard those questions are, because
Okay.
they are very difficult.
Yeah, for
Okay.
everyone's reference, these are all quizzes based on the Tales games that were out at the time of Destiny 2's original release. And we had to do a mostly polka, but I helped a bit once I finished the main script. We had to do a lot of research to get the localized terms for things talked about in these, because like the questions are extremely like niche and like specific to where like we'd have to like straight up like
Look up
find
playthroughs, play the game ourselves. Yeah.
this like small scene in the game that it's referring to be able to get like the localized version, the official localized version for the English version of like that stuff, because of course we're translating from the Japanese, so it only has the Japanese when we're translating this. So we gotta go find all of the crazy ways that things were localized, and it was a whole lot of research that went into
Yeah,
this.
I
so the
think
quiz
around the
book is our
time,
help.
around the time we were doing this, I had to replay Fantasia just to like refresh myself because I couldn't
Yeah.
remember like anything. It's not just Naughty Kitty Dungeon in the etc. It includes that, but it also includes questions about pre-order bonuses and Tales.
Isn't there like a
don't
drama
remember.
CD
Yeah.
question or something?
something Tales of Fandom gets mentioned in here. Like there's a bunch of like just really really random stuff. Like it is literally just all the random etc things.
Isn't there also a question that's like, what is in the treasure chest in this area?
Yeah, it's super specific.
Alright, so
Not a Cutie Dungeon. No, the Game Boy, the ones for the Game Boy were out before Destiny 2 was released.
so we can
And there are
jump in.
definitely questions about Not a Cutie Dungeon in here. I know that for sure. I think the first two, definitely the first one. Hold on, let me look at my shelf because I know. Yeah, because 1 and 2 were out prior to that, and then Naughty Cutie Dungeon 3 was after Destiny 2 because that one has the Destiny 2 and Symphonia characters in it. I had to go look at my shelf because I was like, oh wait, I have the Naughty Cutie Dungeon games on my shelf.
So a couple things before we jump in. One, Allie, can we capitalize this series for Tales of Series, etc.?
Oh yeah,
Unless it's already done, yeah. And then two,
yeah, I haven't done the comprehensive quiz book thing yet, so
No
I'm still
worries.
fixing stuff in there.
No
so.
worries. And then two, as you can tell, our team has put a lot of effort into this quiz book. So when this patch is released, please do the quiz book. You know, and if you complete it, let us know. We'd be happy.
Yeah, it does. You do get titles for it. Like there are unlockable titles for completing them. So it there is some sort of reward for it. But yeah, we've put a lot of effort into it, and the joke has been for the last like three or so years that we're putting all this effort into a minigame that like 5 people are gonna play.
Alright, so let's jump in. If you guys want to try, so you actually have like what, 10 seconds to answer each question?
Yeah,
So
we'll
10
have to
seconds.
answer it ourselves, but you guys can throw out your answers in the chat and then be excited when you're right.
yeah, for the record, I haven't played any of these games, so we'll see. Well, I guess we'll see if I'm right, unless someone answers a question before I press a button. So
I appreciate any of you who want to be
I
one
won't
of the
know.
5.
thank you
I
for
do.
being among the 5. All right, let's
I
jump
think at
in.
some point, I do think at some point we wanted to release an answer key, but I don't think we have that together as of right now.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Is that in quotes like in there? Oh, we can look at that when we do. Yeah.
That's it's one of the that thing has like it's like a code, so it's like
Oh,
I'll write
okay.
it and then it just has the game. I did move the exclamation point already though.
Okay, cool. Alright.
I already moved it to outside the quotes.
Let's do this. Again, if you guys want to try typing answers quickly, go for it. I'm actually going to move this chat so it's like right next to my game on my screen so I can see if you guys answer. I'll give like, I don't know. This is whatever. We're jumping in.
I'm probably not even gonna know half the answers, and I'm the one who edited it. It's fine.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know this.
Exactly.
You guys got 5 seconds. Someone. No? Alright, we're going with that. Oh, okay. I was just like, oh, it's like Mikhail from Dragon Guard. I don't know anything. Alright.
You got it. You got it on a hope and a prayer.
Awesome. Alright, question 2. Let's go.
Yeah, I also don't love the PS1 version. I get you.
Crystal Arts. Clement? Okay. Let's go. Thanks. Good quick typing. We got it.
That's funny.
What was the name of the curio shop in Harments? Anyone?
God.
We're going with anus. I don't know. Is it Carefree?
It's
oh,
actually-
Songbird.
It's actually Song Hamster.
Song Hamster, you're so right. Song Hamster. God. I heard none of these hamsters. What's the name of the high priest of the Japanese temple who first stole the eye of Adatomi? I don't recognize any of these. Anyone? Anyone?
I do
Anyone?
know. I do.
Tiberius. Okay, that's great. I give you guys a few seconds to see if your messages
Yeah.
come up before I press a button. The King of Aquavale. Okay, I'm learning. Share a room in their house and land. Which of these doesn't exist? Jesus.
Like, who would know these? What the- like,
Alright.
Who knows this stuff?
We're saying Ston doesn't have a bed.
Don doesn't have an alarm clock
Yeah.
because only
That
one
checks
person
out.
can wake him up, and that's Lilith. So
Yeah.
Okay.
none bed left beef.
None bed left. Collector's item S slug. Tales of Mutation also exists. Where can it be found? Oh god. Anyone? 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 Alright, that's what we're going with. Everyone just going, what? Lunch up. Okay.
Yeah, so as you can all see, you need a very intimate knowledge of the games to succeed at this quiz.
Now you can see what we had to
Anyone?
research.
Anyone? We're going with Blessing. Is it Mercy? Mercy, you're right!
We didn't know what all these items and locations were being localized as, so we had to look for all of this stupid stuff.
Where was
God.
Rudy born? This has to be something people know, right? Uh-oh. 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 Cresta? Alright, let's go. Damn. Lord Mage, I trusted you! I trusted you, Lord Mage!
I'm just being quiet because I do know most of these answers. I'm like,
It's okay.
I don't know any
I'm
of this.
gonna let y'all have the fun with this one.
It's okay. There's a room with 12 doors. What door do you open after the snake door? Is this based on the Chinese calendar?
Yeah, it is. So if you know that, then you know the answer.
I'm going with boar, because that's me. Horse. Okay.
Hans.
Come on, guys, we have 2 points. Can we get one more? Where is this place? Anyone? Otherwise, I'm going with this one because people said it in the beginning. Okay.
I can't remember if this. Yeah, I don't remember. These I don't remember.
Nice! We got our 3rd point.
You did it! Henry got you your last point.
Thanks. You need to train yourself more. Do we want to do the other Tales of Destiny too?
We can do the Eternia. We could do a quick run of some of the other quizzes just for fun.
Maybe we could do a quick Eternia, maybe Fantasian, but we'll definitely do etc. to see the silliness. Alright,
ridiculous one.
The other Tales of Destiny too.
Only 10 correct to get the title. Very true.
Alright, y'all. I'm trusting you.
No, the questions are not always the same. There are
There's a
100
lot.
questions per quiz. There's about 100 questions, and it picks 10 of them randomly. It also shuffles the order of the answers.
Alright, here we go. Tales of Destiny 2, not Tales of Destiny 2. It looks like Nunnally's head is floating because of the background.
Yeah, it's about 100 questions per quiz.
You guys need to understand what we went through.
The actual like spreadsheet file was I think like over 5,000 cells.
There's a lot.
Alright, Tales of Eternia. What's the name of Max's pet? Anyone? Or is everyone go with... Alright, let's do it. ZDD minus the 3rd D. Is it a hamster, a bird, or something else?
Hamster.
Is it?
No, I don't know.
What kind of pet animal is this? Is it actually DDD? Alright. Alright, let's go. Next question.
There are
What's the name
only
of the
two animals, bird and
receptionist
hamster.
The receptionist?
Gina? Alright, let's go with Gina. Nice! Nice! Alright, how much does it cost for a second class ticket to Minchi? From Port of Inferia. Anyone?
Are you kidding me with this?
We are the ones who worked on this, and we're all like, "Are you kidding me with these questions?"
Yo, we got it though. We got it though.
Oh, you have to go all 10.
We got it. I just picked it because it was the closest one that looks like 420. You're doing really well. Fourth question. How many sub events can you see it? How many sub events? This is messed up. I hate that it
This is a
shuffles
nightmare.
these because these aren't even like in order. 8? I can't. I have to like find 8. Okay, there we go. Let's try 8. Now.
Yeah, it also shuffles them and makes it harder for us because in our sheet, the first answer was always the correct answer, and then all the other answers would be displayed under it. So when it's shuffled, then I'm like, I can't even use the sheet to cheat my way through this easily.
Alright, next. Who is the boss of the Glimmer Spire dungeon?
I don't know.
Got 4 seconds, guys. Alright, Rem. Okay. That came in just a second too late, I'm so sorry. But you guys are right.
Good job, everyone.
Tokyo Xanadu moment. I know, but I picked. I had too little time left. I had to pick something, and then the Valkyrie answers came. It's okay.
The stream
doing
delay
our
is
best.
the stream delay is rough.
We're doing our best. All right, next. How much does it cost? Another cost. Just set up a sick bay in the vacant room. Jesus. We can go with $1 million. Hey, let's go. We're already doing better than Tales of Destiny.
We are. And that's hilarious because, well, I mean, Allie wasn't helping you. So Allie's been
That's
getting
true.
a lot of those, I'm sure.
What item do you have to insert
Yeah,
the socket of the interior
some of
of
them.
its pedestal? Anyone know this item? I have shit healthcare. Okay.
I mean,
Was it
I
orbit?
just know that
It
the
was
Cradle
silver.
Cage is a thing in the game, but it's
It's
not
okay.
that.
Cradle-
Everyone got it wrong.
You're so
Everyone
right,
got
Noah.
it wrong.
You're so right. It should have been because it's Mel. What item is used in the arithmetic minigame?
Throws this quiz out the window. Yeah, same. That's how I've felt for the last like 2.5
Anyone
years.
before I hit sushi? Sushi it is. Was it stones or blue? It was stones. You guys are right. What does sushi have to do with arithmetic? I don't know. What does stones have to do with arithmetic? Like,
Counting them.
what is? What? Why are stones? Okay, I can think of a few reasons. Anyway, what I have a question. Yeah, you can count sushi. I count sushi when I go get sushi. Here in Celestia established their alliance. Who was the representative for Inferia? That was a quick
Henry
one.
doesn't know this. I'm calling him a fake fan. 'Cause
Nice.
This seems pretty story related.
The 10th and final question. Alright guys, can we get above an F and get like at least a D with one more point? Okay. His real name is Racius what? Come on, someone. Please. Please. One, okay. Yeah, we got a D! Not a failing
Yo,
grade.
look at that.
A D for Destiny.
E for Destiny.
Do we want to do Fantasia before etc.?
we could do Fantasia before etc. Do you want me to actually help you this time because I do know a chunk of these ones.
No, I think it's fun to just struggle.
Okay, I will let you
Yeah.
struggle.
'Cause I know we can get a lot right that way, but that's we need to like overcome the struggle, you know? That's what protagonists do. Together
As
we are
you can see, though,
protagonists. I have
As
no
you
idea
can
how
see,
many
though,
people
I
are
haven't
here.
actually cleared it. Like, even though I know a good chunk of the answers, still haven't cleared it on this save files.
I have no idea how many people are watching, but whatever number that is, we are all a protagonist right now. All
How
right.
many people are there? 56 people?
Wow. All right, let's do this. Let's get started. What kind of song is requested for the 5th floor in the Tower of Zodiac? This is Tales of Fantasia. Anyone? Anyone? Otherwise, I'm gonna go with fun. We're going with fun. Party rock?
Party.
You're
Party
so
rock?
right. You are so right. It was melancholy, I think it said, right? Alright, question 2. What is the effect of a panacea of... Oh, I know that. I know that. I've played a video
Thank God.
game.
A real question about a thing we would know.
Right?
Every so often, it throws us a bone.
Yeah. Who were the duo who infiltrated into the battle tournament? Anyone? Anyone?
Oh my God, this is all gibberish to me.
One? Ah! Oh. That was the one I was gonna pick too. Damn. Oh well. I didn't notice the time. My bad. What's the name of this vehicle? Oh, those are Rayards, right? It's maybe the same as Symphonia.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Look at
because
this
Fantasia's in the
air
same
knowledge.
universe. Duh.
Yeah.
Duh. Space hamsters. So, you know, like the controversies about like birds not being real. Is it because they're hamsters?
I think you might be onto something here.
Yeah. All right. Question
Wait.
5. Who is the wind
Birds
spirit
are- what?
researcher?
ETA on the
too.
PS2 version. We don't have a direct ETA right now. We need to finish working on the PSP version first because of coding things, but our programmer has said that he is excited to start looking into it. Like, it will be coming out most likely eventually sometime. We don't have any kind of date though. Lots of programming issues.
I'm proud of
Okay.
you for remembering a character's
What
name, Mel.
memento of Edwards did she receive from Rayson? Anyone?
Where do hamster birds fall in the Lumina lore?
Well, promise ring.
I
Is it
think
2?
LT needs to draw us some hamster birds. I
Yeah.
think that's what needs to happen.
Give her some homework. After
Nobody
season
loves drawing
5.
birds more than LT, so.
Ooh, spaghetti. All right, guys, tell me the real answer before I put spaghetti curry. All right.
Spaghetti. Spaghetti.
Question 8. Scattered across how many? Oh, Jesus. This might be known, right? Maybe? 20? Sorry, I didn't click. It was 22. I went with, yeah.
That's the one answer we didn't get.
What's the ultimate dish you can learn? Before I hit beef stew. Miso? Where's miso? Miso. Nice! Yeah.
It's the Ninja Village. Of course, it's miso.
Mm. Alright, can we get a passing grade on this too, guys?
We're gonna
What do you
pass
use
this.
this item for? To fly, right?
Flying.
To sleep. Guys, we passed.
We did it.
We
Look
passed
at
for
this.
everything that's not the game before this game. The one that was most relevant.
We passed, but we did not
Alright.
get the title, but we passed.
Alright, now it's time
Sad
for
we
the
can't do the
sauce.
Destiny 2 quiz because that one we could actually do well at.
But yeah, but that one's full of spoilers, so we can't
Yeah.
do
Yeah,
that.
The
so
only game where I would have actually known all of the text.
let's get into the sauce. Oh, of course it's Harold.
Of course it is.
Alright, guys, here we go. Let's go.
Even Harold's like, yeah, I'm gonna filter you right now.
Who can count? Count fast.
What, are you kidding me?
Wait,
Are you-
what?
What is this?
Wait, there's more than any of these. What?
The red ones are apple gels, Mel.
Oh, she said red? Oh, I just counted gels.
Well, she said apple gels. Those are the only ones that are apple.
I can't read. I'm not literate.
Oh my god.
Thanks, guys. I'm not literate. Yeah, I have an English degree. Yeah, I write and edit for a living. I'm not literate.
Henry, I promise you will love Harold a lot. Henry really liked Pascal in Braces though.
Who cares that I have 10 years of professional editing experience? I'm not literate. I'm not literate.
Oh, I hope you're psyched for Harold because she is my favorite character, and it shows in the way she's written. Like, I
Yeah.
put love into everyone's editing, but like, Harold has a very special place in my heart. So
Yeah,
I definitely was like very particular about how her text came across.
She's the OG Pascal.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Alright, question 2. Who here doesn't have hair? Who's bald? Someone give me an answer before I put Burmy. Okay. wait, did we put Burmy in there?
No, it's because it pulls the name codes.
Oh.
So if you do any of the custom renames, it will show up everywhere in the game.
Mel so
It's so funny. I was so tilted. I was like, excuse me?
It's like, no, it will say Judas if he's named Judas.
Okay. Question 3. Tale of Eternia's Japanese limited edition for the PlayStation came with an alarm clock whose voices can be heard.
I actually know the answer because I have this.
Oh my god, Allie.
Alright, we're going with this.
Oh.
Let's go.
Xylo, do you want me to take a picture and send it to you on Discord? Because I have it, like, out on my shelf.
That is so cute.
Xylo's like, yes, please. Well, then I'll take a picture of it.
Alright, next one.
Put it in the chat. I want to
Tell
see
me
it
what
too.
this item is.
I don't know, can I put it in the
Longsword
Twitch?
or
I mean,
mail
I'll put it on-
breaker?
I mean, in
I'll
the
put it-
Discord chat for our group.
Yeah.
I don't
I'll
know.
put it
It's a
there.
sword, so just click sword.
I don't know. The other one could have been a type of sword. Like it
Oh.
seemed like
Yeah,
it could be mail
but-
breaker.
I don't know. This one seemed the most
Jenna.
logical.
Alright, question 5.
I'm trying to
Who's
win
the
this now.
tallest person on this list? It's not Kyle.
Are you kidding me?
I'm gonna assume Loney unless someone gives me a... Okay. Woodrow? Okay.
I want to say, yeah, Woodrow is taller.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Nice! Let's go.
Oh my god.
Consider this one... Out of these clothes, who is the prettiest of the... Oh. No, out of these choices. Where's Harold? Okay, there she is. Looks like I may need to make some fundamental changes to this plan here.
Oh my god.
Tales
Please
of the
don't.
World. Okay, there it is. What does Chef Beck want to become?
I don't know.
Anyone?
Ellie, what's the answer? We gotta perfect this.
Wonder Chef? Let's go with it.
Oh yeah, that sounds smart. That makes sense.
I can't believe this is the one we're doing the best at. Tales of Eternia had both. Oh, here's the drama CDs that told the game's main story. How many volumes?
Are you kidding me with this? Please, don't let drama CDs be the end of our perfect reign.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, someone else thought 4 too. Let's do it. No, that was our first wrong one.
No! No!
What was the special item that came with the first edition shipments of Tales of Destiny's Japanese PlayStation release?
Ellie.
Telephone cards?
Okay. I just grabbed
Oh, it was
postcards.
Oh yeah, it was postcards. That's right.
The telephone
Damn.
cards are for telephones.
I just
Yeah,
felt in
and
my
they used to release those as things as part of
Oh
bonuses
my
back
god,
then
dude.
Another
in the
Narikiri.
Japanese releases. It's funny because I have that version of the game, so I do have the postcards. I don't remember.
Anyone? Okay, this one. No. Hey, we did good though.
We did really good.
We did good.
Oh my god.
It only took
80%.
a whole. It only took a whole bunch of us. Oh, I gotta go fix that line break. That's not a good line break.
Good work, everyone.
Yeah, the only
Wow.
way you get the titles is for getting all 10. You have to get all 10. I don't remember if there's multiple ones or if it's just like the two, so one for finishing one quiz and then one for like finishing all of them, but
Alright, well, is there anything else we wanted to show?
I'm trying to think. I don't know what else we could show that wouldn't be like spoiling anything.
Well, I guess
Yeah.
before we stop, does anyone have any remaining questions?
And yeah, save states will be your friend in this quiz book for sure.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
That's smart. You're right, great idea.
God. It's really funny because since this is a new game plus, I think I do technically have the unlock for all the extended extensions too. Which you have to get from the grade shop.
Favorite Tails mascots?
For me it's Zappy from Rebirth.
Yeah, Zoppy's so cute. I think I like Quick the best though.
For me, I'm gonna say Noish. Yeah, I'm gonna go with
Fair.
Noish.
Yeah, getting that
Wait!
mystic art to
Cool.
proc is not easy. To get the successful version of it, I don't know if I've done it in the playthrough that was the save file is on.
Yes.
I've gotten the failure version though.
Lord Mage, all of the text in the game is fully translated,
Yes,
so yes.
everything.
Yep.
Does Tenebrae count as a mascot? I guess. Yeah, I guess he does.
I would say, yeah.
He's just such like a full character. I mean, Mew is also a full character, but like Tenebrae like just feels like so much. But yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Noish. I thought about Hootle for a second, but no, I'm gonna stick with Noish.
Poodle!
Yeah. Any
It's
other
definitely
questions?
not.
Roll
It's
out.
definitely not Bienfu. I will tell you that much. It
Caius?
is definitely not.
Henry said Caius. Henry, our resident Tempest enjoyer.
I
Yeah,
think
I'm
the
always.
world's resident Tempest enjoyer.
Poor Bienfu. Oh, look, another Tempest enjoyer. See, Henry, you have friends. I love you, Henry. Any other questions? Bienfu or Tipo? Ugh.
Tipo. Tipo for me.
I'm gonna do Tipo, yeah.
My problem with Bienfu is that in both languages, like just listening to Bienfu grates on my ears
Oh
in
my
every
God.
single way. Like, just
Bienfu
the
causes Makilu. I appreciate the Makilu actually saying. See, Bienfu actually causes problems, though.
Bienfu causes problems on purpose.
Exactly.
So does Magilu though, and we love her for that. I mean, English or Japanese, like I played both, and I found myself skipping through a lot of Bienfu's dialogue in both versions of the game. So, like, it just got on my nerves after a while.
I also like Komoana's voice.
I like her
can
voice in
see-
Japanese. I didn't like it in English though.
I can understand people not liking English, but I thought it was like unique, so I actually enjoyed it. It's not a type of voice I would hear often, so I liked it. Yes,
Yes, the
yeah.
stream. No, sorry.
You're
Yes, the
good.
stream will be archived, and we will be uploading it to our YouTube channel as well.
Yes, Allie just has to teach me how to download it, but it will be saved because my Twitch automatically does that, and then I will save it so it's on my Twitch forever, and then Allie will also put it on our YouTube. So no worries, it'll be there. Star Ocean 4. I've only played Star Ocean 1 and 2.
I'm glad that you had fun watching. I'm glad if
Thank
anybody,
you.
and everybody who came to check it out and see our work and is supporting the project. We are eternally grateful for
Thank
it.
you. Here, I have a
Yeah.
question for you guys. What for chat? What character are you planning on playing in Tales of Destiny 2? Who are you hoping to main? If you had to pick one. Kyle, okay. Judas and Harold.
Mhm.
I might play Judas actually. Nunnery.
With a controller. With a controller,
controller.
not with a keyboard, or you
Yeah.
will not survive.
No. I will have a normal setup in a few weeks, presumably. Maybe I'll if the rest of our crew's okay with it, maybe I'll at some point stream a little bit of it when I'm playing, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, once the final release is out, everybody can do what they want with it.
Yeah.
So I don't know, because I don't have a full estimate on how much longer beta is going to take. I am about halfway through my second playthrough, and that's an encounter off playthrough because I'm just combing text, but I still have to go through all of the quiz book, all of the arena, because the arena dialogue is very, very messy in ways that are very, very difficult to explain, and all of the skits, because the skits are not stored in our spreadsheet for edits because they are subtitle files. So we still have a bit of work to do. Like, it is not release ready yet, but it is also not broken, and it is very much so functional. So we're basically just working out all the little finer points so that it could be as polished as possible when we get it out to you all.
Any other questions before we wrap up?
Yeah, go for it. When it's up, we'll love to see people. I will love to see people streaming and uploading, their playthroughs and stuff like that. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
I definitely might pop into streams and just if anyone's actually streaming, I might watch while working or something. That'd be really nice. I would
I'd love to see
that.
people
Fave Sordian, I am personally, and this is going to sound strange because he is not a primary character, but Igtenos is my favorite Sordian. I have a very soft spot for him.
I remember that stuff.
Do you have a favorite, Jenna?
Atwite. I like Atwite a lot because I always like the cute girls, but I also really like Shaltier.
I don't know any of them, but I'm gonna go with Shal because that's the only one I know.
Okay, favorite art.
Dragon Swarm. Wait, no, everything Judith does. Moonlight, whatever. When she jumps in, well, she does a lot of jumping up. Anything Judith does, I love.
I am a fan of Infernal Torrent, in any game that it's in. I don't know why, I just like it.
I've always really liked Negative Gate for some reason.
Ooh,
Negative Gate's neat.
I didn't think of spells. I didn't even think of that.
I only ever play the spellcasters, so.
Yeah. Favorite Tales character?
For me, it's Ston. It has been Ston since the dawn of time. I joke forever that I am the #1 Ston lover, because he has been my favorite Tales character for decades at this point. It is a running joke.
I would say Mikleo or Jude. Easy. I have a
I
type.
have so much trouble. I switch hyperfixation so often that it's hard for me to have favorites of anything, but the first one that comes to mind is is Saray. I've always really liked him a lot.
See, you got Saray, I got Mikleo.
Yeah,
This is why we're
destined for
wives.
each other.
This is why
Yeah.
we're wives. I love
Okay,
Alphen though, for the record. Alphen's got my heart. Like, I would marry Alphen.
And Alvin has my heart.
the two, and they're such polar opposites. I have the angel and you have the devil.
Let's see.
Inside
would
of
you
you
be
there are
lost with
two
Destiny?
wolves, Alphen and Alvin.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Will you be lost with Destiny 2 if you've only played DC? Not really. There are. It is based on the PS1 version, so there are some changes to how a specific scenario in the first game had played out, but for the most part, the game takes place 18 years later, so there a lot of the changes in the world and stuff like that are. It's not really going to matter between games because it's all kind of the same aftermath in the end. I can't really think of anything that is super egregious aside from maybe there's a couple of character designs that got changed between the two games. But there's nothing that you won't be able to follow. The game is pretty solid at setting up what you needed to know from the first game. It's primarily focused on, a lot of what's happening in its own self-contained story.
Another one I saw is if we like Arise. I like Arise.
I like Arise. I hilariously didn't have any of the problems that everyone else in the Lumina chat had. I don't know how. You guys were all talking about how the economy in the game is terrible and you
I
can't
had that
afford
problem.
things. And I was like, wait, what do you mean? Because I don't know how I just avoided having the issue.
I was broke.
I was
But I
broke.
still liked it. But I was broke.
I was never broke. I don't know how.
3,000 gold for an orange gel is a little much for my tiny wallet.
But it makes sense. It's inflation.
As
As we come back to it,
did I calculate? I calculated how much inflation it was, and it was 1,000% or something like that.
It is. But look, this comes back to the meme. Me in any casual conversation. Capitalism. It always comes back.
Yeah, I don't love Arise, but it's also not my least favorite tale, so I just kind of remain neutral on it, and I generally stay out of the conversation unless I'm asked about it specifically. Let's see. Are there any other questions? I know I saw.
I don't want to do least fave because I don't want to throw shade.
Yeah, I'm not trying to throw shade. It's just
There was another question I did see. First Tales game. Mine was Dawn of the New Worlds, actually, which I know doesn't have a great reputation, but I really loved it, and it also meant that everything only went up. So I thought it was a really good entry to the series, and I love Emil. I actually cosplay Emil. I love Emil to bits. But that was my first.
My first was Symphonia because I'm old and I've been around long enough for that to have been there when it came out. So I was there in the trenches. I know there were games that came out before that, but that was the first one that I had access to.
My first one was Abyss, but I do remember seeing Symphonia in Blockbuster when I was a kid. Name dropping things that children don't know about anymore, but I saw it, and because I would rent games legitimately every week. I will never forget that it cost $7.41 to rent a game because I did it that often. And but I remember seeing Symphonia, and I should have wanted to play it, but weirdly at the time I had this weird view of anime games where it felt too anime, because sometimes anime games can be kind of weird in the way that they are. So I don't know, at the time I had this weird view of anime games even though I liked anime, and it stopped me from playing Symphonia, and I'm still really sad about it. It's a core memory.
Have you played any of the gacha games? I have played most of them to some extent at some point or another in my life. I do not anymore. But I did play Link, I played Asteria, I played Raze, I played Cristoria, I played...
Did you play
I didn't play
Luminaria?
Luminaria.
Okay.
I did not play Luminaria. By that point, I had given up on, the gacha model, and I was just like, I can't do this anymore.
I thought about
Um,
playing Luminaria, and then it was shut
was
down, and I was
gone.
like, okay, never mind.
I
and
went.
then
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna say like I had to give up on gacha. Cristoria should have been a mainline game as far as I'm
Astoria
Yeah.
concerned.
is such a cool freaking premise, and they
It's
were
so
just like, how
good.
about we put it in a bad gotcha game that we're gonna shut down anyway?
It's I went in on Cristoria. I really loved Cristoria. I don't know what's happening with them, bringing the story to manga and stuff, because I heard even the manga's not doing well. But I really hope the story gets to be told, because it was really good. But I will say the one thing that I loved in the game that will be lost in whatever adaptation they make, they've already said, is that they're going to be taking out the crossover characters, I heard. Which breaks my heart, because I thought that the way that they re-implemented and rewrote character stories within the context of Cristoria was really good. Like how they rewrote like Luke's story,
Yeah.
how they rewrote Emil and Marta's story. Like it was really, really cool. And also the game left off on a crazy cliffhanger with Yuri, and I'm like, there was really good stuff with Mila, and all of it's gone, and it's a bummer because it's just a really cool way to interact with these characters whose stories we already know and love. And I'm sad that that's gone because it was really good. I really, really liked how they did it.
Yeah, it felt like a game that should have been like a proper side game, kind of like, oh, maybe this could have just been
Yeah.
like a Switch game or something like that, like the way they used to do with like, some of the other, like the Radiant mythologies and stuff like that. It would have been really,
Yeah.
really nice, but
It's good. It's
Famco.
good. And they really leaned into those character stories, like where it really felt like they belonged there. So it sucks that that's whatever it's gonna
Yeah.
be adapted, like however it's gonna be adapted. That's gone. Yeah, the Farah and Gaius stuff was really cool. I would want to see Gaius everywhere. That man's very handsome.
So
Jenna,
it's
Jenna,
3:30 in the
you.
morning.
Oh yes, you need to go to
Jenna.
bed. Yeah, this is a good place to stop. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining. This was super fun. We look forward to sharing this game with you all once it's done. We will be saving the VOD and everything, so it will be accessible. We will be making also a blog post with questions from the stream that we feel should go up in a blog post, like frequent questions like about the PS2 thing too. So you can look forward to that. And yeah, any final words, Jenna and Allie? I'm gonna have us raid my friend Rose, by the way. She's playing Splatoon. she's a wonderful human being. But any final closing thoughts, Jenna and Allie?
I just am looking forward to getting this out, and I hope everybody has fun with it when they have the opportunity to play it. We've worked really, really hard on this game, and I just want everybody to enjoy it and have a good time.
I'm really excited to have everyone see the game and appreciate all these characters that were kind of lost to time for the English fandom. And I'm tired, so thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. We'll go raid Rose. She's wonderful, but thank you for coming. And please, she's a Tails fan too. She also cosplays Tails characters. That's how I met her. So go check her out. But have a good one, everyone. Let's
Take care.
set the raid up. We love you. Vermi says farewell. Welcome to the Vermi Club. All right, bye guys.
Take care.
Bye.